Are we live? It appears that we are. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. Now, today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some very epic debates. I'm so excited. Now, as all of you are probably aware, I've never lost a debate, alright? Not a single time, alright? There's been 0 instances in which that has been the case, alright? So today, I'm gonna be, I guess, debating some people, you know, maybe someone will be good enough for me to have to use 0.2% of my brain power, you know? Wouldn't that be awesome? That'd be sick, actually. Now, for those of you who are new here, especially if you're watching this as like a VOD or a past live stream or video or podcast, whatever you might want to watch it as, I always make sure to include timestamps in the description below so you can skip around if need be. I understand that not everybody happens to have an infinite supply of free time. Unfortunately, not all of you are nearly as terminally online as me. I know. How unfortunate. However, that being said, I hope you're all having a great day today. If you're not, well, that sucks to be you, I guess. I hope you're having a bad day, I guess, if that's the case. You know what? If you're having a bad day, have you ever considered that maybe you deserve to have a bad day? Have you ever thought about that one? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll bet you haven't. Hello, Gabe. Welcome to the stream. I was just kidding. I don't want you to have a bad day. I would feel bad if you did. Please don't have a bad day. OMG early Femyoz stream, hell yeah. Hello 1000 dumplings and welcome back to the show. But yeah, this is the part where basically you guys don't get to see this part on screen. But I'm basically just doing the thing where I send a link to my stream in the self-promo sections of other people's Discords, you know? I mean, that's what they're for, right? Is for my streams and only my streams, you know? One of the only bad things about it, I'd say, is, you know, the fact that, the fact that other people, you know, clutter up my self-promo sections with their own self-promo of content that's just, you know, bad because it's not my content. And obviously, the only good content that exists is mine. I mean, let's be real, that's obviously the case. Anyone who disagrees with me is just objectively wrong, okay? You're objectively wrong if you disagree with me, and I'm sorry, that's just an objective fact. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well today. We should be doing some debates soon. If not, that sucks. But yeah, anyways, I hope you're all having a lovely day. There aren't really any, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully some more people show up on stream. Hello, Nelson Rodriguez. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Unless you don't want to have a fantastic day. Then I hope you're having the worst day of your life. That's right. Hello, Grills the Elf. Was just talking about how bored I am, then this lol. Hell yeah. I read into your mind. I knew how bored you were, so I'm like, shit. Grills the Elf is very bored. Time for me to live stream. I definitely wouldn't have live streamed anyway. So wow, what a great coincidence, huh, guys? That is right. Anyways, so basically, now, apparently there are, already no, hell yeah. Anyways, apparently I'm not gonna be the only one doing a debate today, because, somebody, who you guys may or may not be familiar with, depending on how frequently you watch my streams, Sinthe, friend of the channel, is going to be debating somebody named Jeem on utilitarian versus biblical ethics, and oh my god, I am excited to watch that. And I'm going to watch it with you guys. Well, I don't know what this stream is. Autism? I have autism. Let's see what this is about.
Occasional commentary poster, worst takes generator, plus Cuckero televisions.
What is happening?
Welcome to capitalism,
Oh, that's
my
like
dude.
that's like their bio. Okay. I gotcha.
0.4 seconds left on the clock in Game 7 of the NBA
What is
Finals.
this?
The coach looks
I
at
don't know
you.
what
I am
this
the coach.
is.
I look at you and says, "Kid, the ball's coming to you."
What? All right, I just want to know what this is.
Like,
I'm sure it's autistic
maybe
as
a couple
hell.
days ago. How long has it been? How long has it been, chat? It's been
Is it in
what
the
is it,
description?
27th? So it's been about 4 days. It's been about
All
4
right.
days. A video is uploaded onto YouTube by
right.
by Player TV.
Well, damn. Anyways, W stealing content. Well, I don't know. I just wanted to see if there was anything interesting going on. If like, oh, maybe he's like debating somebody that has the big autism, you know. Though that's always fun to watch. I love watching people debate really stupid people. That's why it's one of the main things you get to see on my show is me debating stupid people, you know? Now it's not necessarily that they're always stupid. It's just that it's just that like I'm such a big brain genius that they look stupid in comparison. I watch right-wing talking points just to see how different point of view other than mine, so I get wanting to watch. Yay. What do you mean wanting to watch? Wanting to watch what? The synth debate that's gonna happen? Yeah, that one's gonna be entertaining. I can't wait to watch that. I already know who's gonna win. Femyoz, you should take a political compass test on stream. I've already done a political compass test. If I go to twitter.com, it's not a political compass test. It's the 8 whatever it's called thing. I don't know. The 8 values political test, okay? All right? And I mean, I'm not surprised as to what I got, all right? I got libertarian socialism cuz I'm just based like that, okay? I'm just so based. Hell yeah. We got economic axis, socialist, diplomatic axis, peaceful, civil axis, libertarian, societal axis, very progressive. Hell yeah. 8 values, yeah. Hello, Hoopty Scoopty, and welcome to the stream. Fart indeed. I couldn't agree more. Anyone who disagrees with me on that should debate me. I think it would be fun for a stream because people can see what your specific political views are, so that if people disagree, there's a basis for a debate. That is true. Holy shit, you're so cute. Thank you, Diluted Skiff. I really appreciate that. I try my best, if nothing else. I really try. I don't know how successful I am. I think that the estrogen helps. I've been on estrogen for almost 3 months now. I'm very happy about that. So, yeah. Anyways, where was I going with this? I don't even remember. Aw, yeah. But anyways, I hope you're all doing great today. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I just realized that only one of you has liked the stream. What is wrong with you people? You want the stream to not get promoted algorithmically? You want me to literally starve to death? Is that what you want? I know there's more than 2 of you. What about the other 4? Perhaps you would like to smash like as well. Femyoz, why are you so I mean, I try to... I don't know if I am or not, but I appreciate that astonishing. I appreciate that. I don't know how smart I am. Maybe I could take an IQ test on stream. I don't know. I mean, should I take an IQ test on stream at some point? I don't know. Who knows? Wouldn't that be fun, though? It sure would. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. Is there anyone in the Discord? Oh, it looks like there is. There is. Alright. Coco Disu Live. It appears that you have your hand raised. I have invited you to speak.
Hi. Okay, so what are your politics? You're like a SOCDEM, right?
No, I'd say I'm a libertarian socialist.
Okay. What do you take a libertarian socialist to be?
Just... I don't know if I'd say far left, but, basically, I believe that workers should own the means of production, shit like that, in terms of economic policy, in terms of social issues. I think that people should be free to live however they want as long as it's not hurting anybody, etc. Hey, thank you, Diluted Skiff, for becoming a channel member. It'll show up on screen. If you want to make my thighs show up on screen, then become a member. It'll show up in a second. Sorry. Where were we?
You were explaining what libertarian socialism was to you.
Yeah, so, yeah, basically, I think that workers should own the means of production in terms of economic policy, and I'm very socially progressive as well, so I'm also that. And generally, the libertarian aspect is more of like a, people often misuse the term libertarian. Whenever I use it to describe myself, see? Told you could make my thighs appear on screen. Whenever I use it to describe myself, I'm basically just describing anti-authoritarianism. Just like, whatever maximizes people's rights, basically.
Okay, what are your stances on, like, foreign policy?
I don't really talk
Like Russia,
that much
Ukraine?
I don't really talk that much about foreign policy. I'd say that I'm definitely rooting for Ukraine.
Do you think that the United States should continue to provide them with arms and stuff, or no?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I think that world, things that happen just, in the world tend to matter.
I don't know. Do you think your positions are controversial?
Depends on who you ask. I don't think that they're controversial, but other people disagree, so maybe they are controversial.
What are your most controversial positions?
Depends on who you ask. So for instance, if you ask a very religious person, it would be my anti religion or agnostic position, I guess. If you ask a very conservative right-winger, that's like transphobic, it might be my position on trans issues. It really depends on who you ask.
What about guns? What's your position on gun control?
I'd say I'm more pro-gun than most leftists. I'd say that some amount of regulation is fine, but I believe that people do deserve the right to defend themselves, especially minority groups. I think that it is preferable if everybody has guns rather than just people that disagree with me politically. So I would encourage people, if they have the means and it's, and if it's relevant to them specifically, especially if they're part of a class that should be protected, I would recommend getting a gun to protect yourself.
So when you say you're more pro-gun than leftist, you'd be opposed to, like, what? Would you be opposed to background checks, waiting periods? Like, what lefty gun control policies would you be against?
I'd say that, I don't really talk that much about guns. It just happens to be the case that, you'd have to bring up a specific policy and ask me if I agree with it or not, and there are going to be some instances where it's like, yeah, I agree with it, some instances where I don't, some instances where it's like, I'm not so sure how that would play out, right?
What about universal background checks? So what if we expanded background checks to include private sellers? Would you be for or against that?
I guess it depends on how they're conducted. That's, like, very broad.
We already have an existing background...
Like, I don't know too much how it works. Usually when I debate people, I make prescriptive claims, not descriptive ones. So, if you're gonna say that something should or shouldn't work a certain way, you gotta be a little bit more specific.
So we already have an existing background check policy, which usually involves people like federal firearm sellers, right? They have like a federal firearm license, and what they do is someone will say, hey, I want to buy a gun. And what they'll do is they'll access NICS, which is like a national system that runs through like criminal background checks to make sure the person hasn't committed any like violent crimes or felonies. And if they check out on that system, which can be anywhere from like instant to like a few days, then they will proceed with the firearm sale. The problem is that in a lot of states, in fact, most states, pretty much all of them, California did attempt something, but I don't think it didn't go all the way through. So most states, well, all states, people can buy from private sellers without going through a background check. The idea is that through some mechanism, you would require people, like if I say, hey, I'm going to sell my gun to, I don't know, James or something, I'm going to have to get a background check on James before I sell him a gun.
I mean, I think that if the background checks are done efficiently and they mainly apply to just people that have already committed crimes, I'm not too opposed to that. Though I do believe that I do believe that that's something you have to you sort of have to tread carefully, right? Because obviously you don't want the government to overreach, and if let's say there are fascists in power, right? And that's totally possible. We don't know what is going to happen in the future. We can make guesses, right? But for all we know, what if there's another Jan 6, right? And that time they successfully do it, right? Well, if that's the case, then I'd like to be able to, well, defend myself a little bit easier, right?
Well, I mean, stands to reason, right? Like, in that case, they probably would just do stuff after the fact after they've already taken over. So I'm not even sure relevance to this. Like, if we had
I know
a background check policy right now.
Because I know in Nazi Germany, they used gun control against minority groups, right? That they used it as a means of making it more difficult for Jewish people and whatnot to protect themselves, right? So that's sort of why...
Yeah, but that was after they already taken over.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, I'm not really sure what relevance that would have. Like, if they've already taken over, you're going to resist them, right?
Wait, but if they already had firearms, like, the majority of the time, it would be a lot harder to remove existing firearms than it would be to prevent them from getting new ones, right?
Yeah, so
it would be preferable...
so this just seems like, it seems like a different question, then. Because you can get firearms right now.
Yeah, but if we weren't able to get firearms right now, then it might be the case that if there was a fascist government in the future, that it might be too late to get firearms if let's say, firearms are, whatever, you're not allowed to get firearms, or it's really hard to get firearms, and then people don't get firearms, and then it becomes really difficult, and then more difficult before there's a fascist regime, and you can see that there's gonna be a fascist regime that's not in your favor, then I think it would be ideal for you to be able to get guns, right? I mean...
Yeah, so I'm not saying ban guns, right? All I'm saying is that I don't think any of these policies are going to prevent most of you from getting guns. And then as for the minorities thing, like, I'm just speaking practically for the United States, I don't think, like, a bunch of, like, not very educated people, like, unhealthy people with, like, mental health and, like, drug issues are going to be, like, an effective fighting force against, like, far-right militias. So I just really wouldn't count on that. But even assuming that, no one's talking about banning guns.
I think that trans people should be able to get guns to defend themselves regardless of how mentally ill they are, right? I think that,
yeah, I'm not saying that they shouldn't.
I'm
just saying that I wouldn't count on leftists being an effective fighting force. I don't know, like AR-15s or something.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
And I'm not just talking about leftists, I'm just talking about minorities, like, more broadly. Like, if we're talking about people that are disenfranchised in the United States, like, I don't know, like, as like a percentage of the population, it doesn't seem like that's going to be, like, I don't know, like, if I had to randomly pick my fighting force, I probably would pick, like, I don't know, Gem Gun Bros. I don't think I would pick, like, I don't know, from, like, the general population, especially the population of people that I think are going to be the most vulnerable. Like, if anything, decreasing the amount of guns in circulation would probably just be good, because most of the people purchasing the guns are going to be the weird far-right Gem Bros, and not, like,
yeah, but
I don't know, some black guys scared away people.
Right, but most people that already have guns are people that are on the right. You would agree with that,
Yeah, so
right?
are the people that... Yeah, and so are most of the people buying them.
I would rather it be the case that we can still get guns, and that people on my side go and get guns before there are stricter gun regulations.
Well, yeah, I don't think the stricter gun regulations, unless we're talking about, like, a ban or something, or, like, an assault weapon ban, which I'm not advocating for this.
A lot of the time when people advocate for certain regulations, they advocate for banning certain types of guns, and That's sort
Yeah, but I
of...
just think those are going to pass. The problem with it is I don't think those are tenable. Like maybe in like California or something, they might be able to pass on state level. But I mean, those have already been overturned by like Supreme Court rulings, even before the Republicans had
Right,
such a
but
slant. So I
not
wouldn't even count on those.
I'm not saying whether or not you can count on them. I'm more focused on the moral arguments or the prescriptive.
Yeah, I'm just saying they're
claims
not
you would be
likely.
making.
I mean, like if you want me to say
Well-
I think that's a bad thing, I'll say that, but it's just not likely. So yeah, that's a bad thing. Don't do that. So
Oh, okay.
about the background checks, right?
So we would agree. So yeah, I'm fine with. I'm not fundamentally opposed to background checks, just as a concept, right? I just think that they need to be done correctly. Right. So like for
Okay.
instance, somebody that's been I don't know, convicted of domestic abuse should not be able to get guns, right? I would agree with that, right? Or you know, somebody that has I don't know, committed a hate crime should not have access to guns, right? So I would agree with something like that. I just think that that's something where you have to sort of tread carefully, I guess. I think that people...
Well, if I'm
and
just
I'm
going
not
to
saying,
appeal to like
and
the
I'm not
ones-
saying this is you either. I think that a lot of people in general don't really think about it that thoroughly, and I could think about it more thoroughly, to be honest, right? But a lot of people are just like not thinking about like what if we need the guns to protect ourselves, right? They don't think that of you know, the government becoming very fascistic as like a possibility. I guess that's more of like a liberal thing than a leftist thing, really.
I mean, I don't know. I could speak to like likelihoods. I just don't think it's very likely. I think worst case scenario, you get some kind of like weird hybrid regime with like moderate to edgy Republicans and like some kind of perpetual control. But the idea that like far right people are going to take over, that seems like. I mean, I guess it depends on how you're catching out far right, but that just seems very improbable to
It
me.
seemed like an insane idea in you know, it before Nazi Germany was Nazi Germany. The Nazis were kind of a joke.
I don't actually think that's the case. So if we're talking about Weimar Republic, the Weimar Republic, a large portion of the population was like, they literally just had democracy. That was like a very new thing to them. And a lot of them didn't even support it when it was established. Like most of the, like a large portion of the population were
A
conservatives.
large portion of the population in this country doesn't support democracy.
Like
Do you know
40,
how many
50%? You think 40, 50% of the population in the
The
United States
people
doesn't
that
support
think
democracy?
people that think the election was stolen from Trump is a much larger proportion of the U.S. population than I would like it to be. That's for sure.
Yeah, I might say that's true, but I mean, as much as I don't like those people, I think those people are dumb. I don't think that those people actually oppose like democracy simpliciter. I think they're just dumb. Like the people we're talking about, they literally just got out of a monarchy, and a lot of them were just skeptical about even the existence of a democracy in the first place. A lot of them were like, "Hey, I don't know if democracy is even a good idea. We should just go back to the monarch. Things are fine when the monarch was ruling." I just don't think that's analogous to the United States, and also I don't think there's like a similar state that you'd be able to point to, like the United States or like modern advanced democracies. And I don't think the Weimar Republic was representative of a modern advanced democracy.
I mean, I don't think that they're entirely analogous. I'm just making the comparison because, at the very least, I don't think that most people at the time would have predicted, well, how far it went. That was the point I was making, right? Obviously, I don't think that I don't think our country's ever going to become literally Nazi Germany, right? But the point I am making is I do think that it is easier for it to go more far right than you would intuitively think. Right, I don't think it's.
I think it's easier for us to become more authoritarian, but I like far right. I mean, the problem is like I just I don't know. These
Far right
people don't
and
tend to be very competent, right?
Well, people that are on the far right tend to be way more authoritarian, right?
Yeah, but you could have I mean, theoretically, you could just have a hybrid regime of moderates, right? Like, it could just be like the moderates in control. It doesn't necessarily need to be like far right people that believe in like fucking Jewish space lasers or something.
Well, no, it doesn't necessarily have to be the case that they believe in Jewish space lasers to be far right, though, right? They could be far right, and they could be heavily pushing, whatever it may be, anti-trans legislation. I mean, hell, there are, you know, governors of certain states that do that, okay? I mean, take Meatball Ron, for instance, right? This isn't like some extremely out there, oh, you know, there's like a tiny chance this would happen, but not really type of thing, right?
Well,
it's like, no, there are genuine fascists that are
Do you
the
think that
governors
like
of
people in the
states.
state of Florida should actively I mean, you might want to couch this out because this might be advocacy, but do you think people in the state of Florida should like violently resist the Florida state government? If you're not comfortable with answering that, that's fine. I would understand.
I can't say I'd be opposed. I mean, hey, I don't think that.
That's what I was tracking.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be
I
opposed
mean, I just
to
think
it,
it'd be
right?
practical, right? In fact, I think it'd probably be, I mean, I don't know, this might be a really fucking hot take. I think I've said this before. I think, especially in modern democracies, like, it's almost always better for your enemies to, like, I mean, just speaking more broadly, for them to, like, shoot you and kill you, not, like, obviously not the entire group, but, like, if you're protesting, right? And like you're being shot at by like your enemy, that's probably more of a net positive for you than it is for them because they're just gonna look bad. And like most people, even people like that don't agree with you, are like strongly opposed, not just to violence, but even just like perceptions of violence. So,
It depends on where the Overton window is, right?
That's probably true, but I don't think we've reached the point where, I mean, the meme is like literally Donald Trump can shoot up somebody on 6th Avenue. I like, there's a lot of people that are like that. I just don't think that most people like that. I think the people that keep giving the elections to these like right-leaning people are mostly moderate people. I think they're dumb. I'm not gonna say otherwise, but like if you look at the last couple elections, it's literally just like people who were already on the fence in the first place.
Yeah, but I think that the Overton window has moved to the right in recent years. I mean, I don't think that there's any denying that. I think it has moved.
I would disagree with that. So, what policies?
Really?
What policies? Yeah, what policies do you think we've shifted?
I'm mainly talking about even just the rhetoric, right? Not to mention the anti-trans policies, right?
No, but I don't think that's. Yeah, but I don't think that's Overton window shifting. I think that most people, like, if you would ask people like a few years ago how they felt about trans people, they would just go ill. They wouldn't even give you like a coherent answer. So I'm not actually sure if we've shifted on that.
Well, they just wouldn't know. They would just be indifferent, most likely, or they just wouldn't know, right? They wouldn't know what they might not even know what a fucking trans person is, right? But now, if you ask a right winger, there's a good chance that they're like, oh, they're trying to groom the kids, they're trying to trans the kids and push the gay agenda and shit like that. It's like that wasn't the style of rhetoric they were using in 2016, right? It's not. I don't think it's a coincidence.
Oh, just to be clear, that was the rhetoric they were using about gay people in 2016.
Why is
like
it the
they were
case...
using the groomer rhetoric?
So why is it the case that Trump in 2016 was willing to, you know, have like a pride flag and shit, you know, LGBT for Trump, but he's not doing that anymore? Why do you think that is?
I'm pretty sure the LGBT for Trump people still back Trump right now, and they dipped from DeSantis. And also, like, DeSantis' campaign literally imploded when he made this, like, anti-LGBT ad. Like, a bunch of people left this campaign, a bunch of people were, like, decrying it and saying it was, like, this is ridiculous. So, I mean, look, I'm not going to say that their rhetoric hasn't gotten worse. I am very sympathetic to, like, I guess their rhetoric transgender stuff, like, they're saying that stuff.
Worse. Yeah,
but
it's like,
I just think that the
you
overall...
You have to keep in mind that the legislation that's been pushed within whatever it may be, I'd say around, you know, the last 12 months has been really fucking bad, way worse than what it was before. Like they're really trying to crack down on you know, fucking over trans people basically.
But if you just want me to say, like, if you want me to just grant that, like, an anti-trans government is likely, I mean, that might be true. I'm just talking about in the broader scheme of politics.
Well, I think that an anti-trans government is reflective of being against people's rights in general, right? You almost have to be, you know, axiomatically opposed to people having rights to be opposed to...
I don't think that's true. That seems like a pretty
I disagree, because if you're in favor of people having rights, then that needs to be some sort of consistent belief. Either that, or
yeah, but you could just think
believe that, or if you believe that only you deserve rights and that nobody else deserves rights, that doesn't count as believing in people's rights.
Yeah, so I just want to call for this. Hey, it's completely plausible to me. Like, I don't think DeSantis believed this. I think DeSantis is probably evil. But, like, if we're just talking about the average voter, I don't think that the average... Well, yeah, I think he is evil. I might have misspoke there. I think he is evil.
I don't think the average voter is evil either. But...
Yeah, but the average voter who's voting for this stuff, I don't think they're thinking, I hate the trans people, we'll kill them all, or something like that. I think that, like, they literally believe... I mean, I don't think the evidence is very strong, but they believe stuff like, that the kids, they're just confused, and that, like, you know, they don't know what they're doing, so we need to protect the children, da-da-da-da.
Yeah, but
I don't think that they're thinking...
Who do you think we would be revolting against? The voters or the people that are actually in power?
Yeah, but my point is just that I don't think that this is like indicative of a general objection to other people's rights, though.
Could you elaborate?
Yeah, I don't think it's a like you could just believe these things are factual. Like you could otherwise be like a I don't know socially left leaning person, but just not believe these things.
So wait, do you believe that people like Ron DeSantis are just gonna stop once trans people don't have rights? Do you think that they would stop there, or that they would stop
I think so. Someone like specifically Ron DeSantis, probably not. But I don't think I don't think he's gonna like.
I don't think Ron DeSantis is gonna be.
Like
I don't think Ron DeSantis is gonna be president. But there was a point in time where that was like he was a genuine threat. Like he was a genuine threat to democracy, right? There was a point in time where it was like we weren't sure, we didn't know. There was a real chance he could have become president. From our perspective at that time, we had no idea, right? And that was fucking terrifying. Why? Because he's a fucking awful person. He's a fascist, right? It doesn't have to be Ron DeSantis though, right? That would, you know, become president and fuck everything up, right? The point I'm making is that regardless of whether or not it's super duper likely, right? It could be whatever, just a 5% chance that the government becomes fascistic at some point, to an extent where maybe it's more ideal to go towards violence because there's not an alternative. What?
Are you familiar with cope cages? I'm assuming probably not, right?
No.
So the idea of cope cages was that like this is gonna sound completely unrelated, but I'm gonna pull it back. Is that like basically in response to holy shit, actually this is gonna be way more complicated to explain. Okay, so people shoot these rocket things to destroy tanks. And the regular ones, they fire directly at the tanks. The new super advanced ones, they go up into the air and they drop on top of the tanks now. And so what the Russians were doing to stop this is they would build these little cages above the like the canopy of the tank to try and stop them. It didn't actually work, and so they called them cope cages, right? And so I mean, like, look, I'm not opposed to people doing this. Like, if it makes them feel comfortable, they're welcome to, like, I don't know, buy a weapon. I mean, I say the same thing to right wingers, whatever. If you're like expecting some kind of takeover or some shit, you're welcome to do that. I'm just talking in terms of likeliness. I don't think it's very likely, and also I don't think some kind of like active resistance is very practical.
Well, hold on. I'm not arguing about likelihood, right? I'm not saying it's super likely that you know the government becomes so bad that we need to, you know, act violently, right? But we have to consider it as a genuine possibility in case it does happen. It's the same reason that in school they do fire drills. Is it likely that the school is gonna catch on fire and everyone's gonna die? No, but you prepare just in case it happens.
I think it's substantially more likely than like a fire. So just to clarify,
a
fire in a school is substantially more likely than a fascist attack.
I guess it depends. If you count like a small fire in the in whatever, some sort of kitchen,
or even just a shooting. Like, I mean, school shootings happen all the time, so I would say school shootings also are more likely.
A school shooting is more likely. Like a fire that would like genuinely get the whole school on fire, where everybody is gonna die. It's like the school is gonna be. The schools tend to be made out of fucking concrete. Okay, it's not flammable material for the most part, right? But we still prepare just in case something happens, right? It would be the same logic behind it, right? It's not that I know with 100% certainty that fascists will take over and we have to kill them, right? That's not my position. My position is that it's good to be prepared, right? It's good to be prepared if something does happen.
Again, like I said, I'm not opposed to people doing that, right? I'm just saying that I don't think any of these policies are really going to stop people from doing that. I think in terms of all practical purposes.
Again, it depends.
I'm not in favor of assault weapon. Yeah, but so I mean, we could just run down the list. I was just gonna run down the list, right? So I don't think that a 10-day waiting period is gonna stop these people from doing this. Like, if you want to buy a gun, you can still buy one.
I think a waiting period is fine as long as it's not too long.
Yeah, so 10-day waiting period.
Okay, a 10-day waiting period is fine.
Okay, child access prevention laws. So if you have a gun and you have a kid, you have to have your weapon or whatever in a safe or something like that so that your kid cannot access it.
Well, yeah, I would tend to agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that I'm opposed to every single gun regulation. It's just.
Well, it doesn't
you
sound
know,
like you're really opposed to any of them. Sounds like the only ones you might be opposed to are like the assault weapon ban and maybe the
Yeah.
magazine capacity thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm against that because it's like why
but those
should it
are
be
like-
the case? Okay, but why should it be the case that actual citizens are required to have worse guns than, say, police officers or the military, right? You know, the people in power.
Well, just to be clear, police officers also don't usually have, like if we're talking about, well, actually, no, yeah, sure, yeah, I'll just grant that. So, yeah, but I don't want an assault weapon ban, so I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay, all right. If you're not in favor of an assault weapon ban, that's fine.
Yeah, so then
Um,
if that's the only issue, then it seems like you probably just agree with like 90% of the gun control policies. You just don't like assault weapon bans. Which
Yeah,
I
mean,
don't even think are very likely to pass anyway. Like even a bunch of Democrats, like even fucking Bernie Sanders is not in favor of like a
Well,
assault
Bernie
weapons
is
ban.
based, so yeah, I don't know. Usually, it tends to be the case that you know, and maybe this is skewed by Twitter lefties who don't really know anything about politics, but the idea that guns are inherently bad or need to be gotten rid of is just not one grounded in reality, right?
Well,
we
I mean,
already have
honestly,
more
I would
guns.
just say on aggregate, it's probably preferable if people didn't have them. But I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
they
think that's
do,
practical.
right? We're not going to be able to get rid of them, right? We can't get rid of existing guns. We can't make them disappear, right? The best thing we could do is incentivize people turning in their guns, but that's about it.
I mean, we'd have to. I mean, I feel like what you could do is you probably have to change the culture, but that'd be like a really long time type of thing.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, I don't think that's
And I
gonna...
don't know if we should do that now. I think we should wait after. We should wait until
I
China's,
think
like,
that's
I don't know,
the
like,
least of
radiated
our
first.
worries.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, when there's no enemies in the United States, maybe we can disarm people, I guess.
Either way, I think that it's good to be able to, fight against oppressive governments. If ours becomes oppressive, we can't rule that out as a possibility. We don't know what the future.
Yeah, I mean,
holds,
like,
right?
look, I'm not against people defending themselves. So
Okay,
I mean,
good,
like,
good, good,
okay,
good,
yeah,
good.
it seems like there's nothing.
I think this is more of like, all right, fair enough, yeah. I don't think we disagree
So-
that much then.
I don't honestly. I feel like we're not gonna disagree on much. It doesn't even seem like I don't know. Do you have any controversial positions that like I don't know left-leaning people usually disagree with? I guess.
Hmm.
Because I mean, I see a bunch of edgy
Uh,
right-wingers in here all the time getting mad, but like I don't know. It's usually about drama and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I tend to be a bit of a fucking edgelord sometimes, and I think that maybe there are some things I say that make people on the left mad. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe tactical N-word usage is something that you would disagree with.
No, I agree with that.
Okay, based. That's really based.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think like the only I think when people say that they're thinking of the vaush thing, I think in the vaush case that's a very specific case. I know I just can't really see an issue with that. So, I think the general issue is just people saying it more broadly. So I don't think that a tactical tactical N-word. I don't think a tactical use is like
I
know,
think
that's
I
very
think even if it's in the like, for instance, if somebody says, if there's like whatever, an edgy white 16-year-old that just says it to be edgy or offensive, right? Like, I don't think that should come back to haunt them, right? They're not saying it
Well, I don't think so
derogatorily.
either.
Yeah, like there's some people on.
I mean, obviously it'd be
It's-
preferable if they didn't say it, right?
It would be, yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's the same idea of like, okay, well, it's preferable if you don't say things like, I don't know, kill yourself, I hope you die of cancer. But it's like, okay, people are gonna say dumb shit on the internet. I don't think it's
Yeah,
that
but I'd
big of a
honestly
deal.
say that's probably less I would say that's less negative than like calling somebody the N-word.
Calling
'Cause I feel
somebody
like-
the N-word, yeah.
Oh, you just mean saying it's implicator? I mean, yeah, okay, that's gonna be trivial.
Yeah, it's if you say it in like a weird, like, I guess absurdist humor type of way, I don't really have an issue with that.
No, I mean, I guess I'd have an issue with that. I prefer people didn't say it. But yeah, I guess in the same sense, like people shouldn't say kill yourself. Yeah, probably the same vein.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see a list of controversial stuff. Let's see if we can just run through this real quick.
Mhm.
If not, I guess I'll just head out. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I've watched you before, and I feel like I don't know. Maybe there'd be something edgy, but there isn't. I don't know. It doesn't look like there's anything here. Maybe I just need to be an edgy right winger to find any of this controversial. Do you think the death penalty should be abolished?
As it currently exists, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm not opposed to the death penalty as a fundamental concept. I just don't think it's implemented very well, from what I understand. I don't really talk about the death penalty either.
Single player healthcare. You favor that? Do you like single player healthcare?
I don't know too much about how healthcare works, to be honest. So I don't usually make arguments about it.
Okay, what do you argue about?
Usually I argue
like
about
the weird drama
usually I argue about trans issues, religion, some more of the social issues, I guess.
Yeah, it just seems really weird to me because I feel like anybody who can read, I guess that's kind of insulting, but anybody who can read, I feel like it'd be really hard to be anti on the trans stuff because like you could just like read the, the published literature, right? Published literature seems to lean in favor of trans rights or trans healthcare and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure what people even be appealing to.
You'd be really surprised. Yeah, I mean,
Well, I guess not. I mean, it just these people can't read, I guess.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Conservatives tend to be very stupid on average, but that's a whole side tangent.
Yeah, somebody showed me this study that they have like I think like a standard deviation lower IQ, which is like wild.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was. Oh my god.
I figured there might be a gap, but I didn't think it was gonna be that big.
Yeah, I think Sinthe sent that to me.
Yeah, Sun sent that to me too. Holy shit.
Oh hell yeah, dude, she's incredibly based.
Yeah, she seems to get around.
Yeah, no, I also like sometimes I'll engage in like a philosophical debate. That's not like my strong suit or anything, but I do have quite a few opinions, but I don't know if you would disagree with them.
What is your goal? What's your goal with this? What's your goal with your stream? You just like want to entertain yourself? You want to do politics stuff? Like what's your objective?
I don't know. I just want to debate people, in the free marketplace of ideas, if you know what I mean, just see if people disagree with me. But yeah, I don't know. I just enjoy arguing with people, even if it's just for the sake of arguing. Just to like find out more about people's positions, if nothing else. There are some instances where it's like, okay, this is like a far-right Nazi motherfucker, and I want to steamroll them. But usually it's the case that the person is reasonable enough, where I do want to have a genuine understanding of their position, so I'll try to challenge it in a way where it allows them to, I guess, articulate their position better. You should get into these topics and start talking about it. Can't do trans and abortion forever. I mean,
you do abortion too? Are you pro-choice or pro-life?
I'm very pro-choice.
Okay, up to the moment of birth, or like, what are we talking?
So I don't know where I would draw the line. I usually, when I argue with a conservative, because usually I debate conservatives because I think that they're the biggest threat to society. I start with the first 17 weeks because that is the absolute safest possible, like that is the bare minimum, right? Because it is a scientific fact, right, that within at least the first 17 weeks, at least, they don't show, the fetus doesn't show any signs of sentience. It's probably 24, but there are some researchers that haven't ruled that out yet, I think.
How do you respond to potentiality arguments?
So usually I establish the fact that whether or not something is living, does not, determine whether or not it is intrinsically valuable. So I usually establish that. It's like, okay, would it be wrong to chop down a tree, if,
Are you a vegan?
Morally, yes. In practice, I'll get there one day.
I'll get there one day?
Yeah.
Go for your skin. I don't know. Maybe you should do it now.
Dude, I have no self-control.
You ever watch Dr. K? Because like a really good technique for like self-control stuff is like when you're gonna do something that you like have decided you're not gonna do, just think about it, and then over time it becomes easier to like not do that. Do you have ADHD? Don't mind me asking.
Oh yeah, I absolutely do. I have no attention
You medicated?
span. Yeah, I'm on Adderall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It
It doesn't
yeah,
mean
'cause I was
that
gonna
the
say, like,
ADHD...
if you have ADHD and you're not medicated, that can help a lot with self-control stuff.
No, I get that. I mean, ultimately, it's something that I'm gonna worry more about when I'm not in, like, a fucking, like, there's other things that I need to focus on in my life before I focus on things like dieting, right?
Are you
I'm
a
at a
coder?
point right now... What?
Are you a coder?
A coder?
Yeah. You program? You code?
No, I don't.
Okay, sorry, continue.
Is it my programming sucks? Is that why? The programming
Oh,
sucks?
I'm not watching your stream if you're wearing programming socks, but no,
Yeah,
it's just like,
I'm wearing programming socks.
you know, there's a correlation. You know, there's a correlation. So
Hell yeah. No, no, I'm not a coder. I mean, ultimately, where was I going with this? See, this is another example of me having no attention span. I mean, oh, right, we were talking something about abortion. Oh, right, how do I address their points? So yeah, usually I establish, okay, here's why it is the case that humans are only categorically above other species due to the fact that, this is also actually, you know what, that's a whole side tangent, never mind. It tends to be the case that humans are categorically above other species on the basis of experiencing more consciousness, meaning that they have a greater magnitude in terms of what they experience, and I believe that the only things that are intrinsically valuable are qualia that we experience. So I'll usually try and argue. I don't usually explain it, you know, that directly or quickly if I'm talking to a conservative. That's generally the route I'll go. And then if they're talking about whatever the oh, but what if it has the potential to become a person? It's like, well, yeah, but so does a jar of semen, right? It's like how, so I'll make it, so I'll make a consequentialist argument about how the outcome of getting pregnant and then getting an abortion is exactly the same in a moral sense as just avoiding a pregnancy altogether.
yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah,
No, I don't
so
know. I guess I don't have any objections with you. I mean, like, it seems like any of the topics where there might even be any dispute, you don't seem to have strong opinions on, so I don't know what to say to you. I
Yeah.
mean, okay, have fun being a libsock. I don't know. Actually, how about this one? This one's probably a good one. We could do surveillance. I'm assuming you're against, like, mass surveillance or whatever.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so my first question is, do you have a Google account?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, obviously you're using YouTube. So, why is it okay for private corporations to collect like metadata and collect personal data and stuff like that, but it's not okay for governments to say, "Hey, can I have that metadata?" And then private companies of their own volition to choose to give that to the government? What's the problem?
Oh, I don't think that companies should be collecting as much data as they do.
So you want to ban them from doing that?
Yeah, I'd say that it would be preferable.
So
Maybe,
what if I told you that if they did that, it would, one, like, just for one thing, right? Like, say I'm just a person who goes on YouTube and I'm looking for femboy politics, philosophy, debating streams, and because Google is banned from collecting my data, and they've seen that I've watched femboy stuff in the past and politics, philosophy stuff in the past, they can't use that to then direct me to the femboy philosophy debating content.
Well, it tends to be the case that that it would be, so I believe it would be preferable if there was some sort of option you could turn on for that, right? So you know how on certain websites it'll ask you, is it okay if we you know track this from other websites to give you more relevant ads type of thing, right? So, shit like that I think would be more ideal, right? So that people have a say.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with it is like most people are just gonna click on, and also like sometimes like if they actually, like, just to be clear, like if they follow through on that, right, it's just gonna break everything, right? It's gonna break advertisements, it's gonna break like the YouTube algorithm, it's gonna break like all these things that are like designed to direct people towards the content and products that they want.
Well, and you have to keep in mind that when you create a Google account, you are agreeing to a terms and service, right? So it is tracking whatever it may be, your Google account that you create.
Yeah, so what's the problem?
Google, right? What?
Yeah, so I don't see what so then I don't see what the problem with mass surveillance is, because the only thing the government did is they asked these companies, which, you know, if you read their terms of service, they literally say they will give the data to the government if they ask for it. Seems like people have already consented to it, so I don't see what the problem is.
I mean, do you believe that if somebody that there's no such thing as, like, let's say a contract that, you know, takes advantage of people, or, you know, that people are sort of almost, you know, forced into signing to an extent because there's no alternative.
I mean, if you really wanted to, you could get a burner phone and never have a smartphone. If you really wanted to, you could just never make a Google account. You could just use Linux. You could just like disable all these trackers and stuff like that. I mean, it's both. It's completely practical.
I don't know.
I mean, it'd be a little inconvenient, but it's completely practical.
Yeah, that's very inconvenient. I mean.
Well, then, yeah, people have traded their privacy for convenience.
Usually when I think of mass surveillance, I think of like the fucking Chinese government, right? That's usually the first thing that comes to mind, right?
Well, I'm talking about U.S. mass surveillance. So, yeah, I'm talking about U.S. mass surveillance. I'm not talking
what
about,
would they be surveilling, and what would they use that information for, first of all?
So, usually people are mad about the Patriot Act stuff. So people will be mad about, like, the government being able to view phone logs, tracking people with, like, GPS, being able to view emails, text messages, stuff like that have been collected by phone companies, or, like, Google, or internet companies, stuff like that. People have a problem with that.
Yeah, I would prefer it if they didn't keep track of things like private messages. I don't think that they should be able to do that.
Okay,
I don't think that they should I don't see to whose benefit would that be?
So, well, for one thing, it's going to be to benefit the companies, because they use that, like, they scan that data to, one, make sure people aren't using their products for stuff that they'd rather them not do so. So, for one thing, like, Google was scanning Google Drives for child pornography, so that people could not use Google Drive to store child pornography, right?
That's fair. Okay, I guess you make a good point there. All right, I'll give you that one then. I mean, so when it comes to the government, what would they be using the information for? Would it be just stuff like that?
One of two things. So one of these two things. So one for like criminal investigation, stuff like that. So that's what a lot of like metadata, personal internet data, was collected for, right? Was for criminal investigations. And the other one, the big one that people are mad about, was like intelligence investigations. So like for like CIA, NSA, stuff like that, they would collect like data from terrorist suspects, stuff like that, and then people that were affiliated with these terror suspects, and people don't like that.
I mean, if you're collecting data off of terrorist suspects, I mean, I don't have that much of an issue with that.
Okay, then what about mass data collection? Do you have a problem with that?
I guess it depends on what it's being used for. I guess I'll concede a little bit and say I don't have a problem with it as a fundamental concept. I think it matters more what it's being used for. I think usually, and I guess I could include myself in this category of people. When people are against surveillance, they're usually against what they hypothetically imagine it could be used for. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think the inference is. Their inference is just that it could be used for bad stuff, so I don't think it should be allowed simpliciter because it could be used for bad stuff. And I mean, I don't think it's completely reasonable, but my main issue is just that, like, now, like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago it would have been practical to, like, ban the government from doing stuff like this, but now it's just impossible, right? Because forget the government, right? Like me or you could just go to a data broker right now and buy someone else's data, right? So if that's the case, I don't see what the issue is.
I don't know if you should be able to buy other people's data. If you're just like a...
Well, I don't know how you're going to stop them. I mean, like, even if you banned it outright, you're just going to create, like, a...
them, but, I mean... Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about the surveillance thing that much, if I'm going to be honest.
Okay, well, damn, I thought that's usually the thing that leftists hate me the most about. So, I don't know. Afghanistan, you in favor of the Afghan invasion? Yes, no, maybe?
I don't know too much about it. I don't think Afghanistan is a very good country. I guess you'd have to ask me about specific details. I'm not for or against an invasion in of itself, right?
Okay, so, I mean, I don't know, I guess I could run through the... I mean, like, I don't know, it's weird if you don't have an opinion already, but, I don't know, so I'll say something, an organization flew some planes and some buildings, and we're like, hey, that's super bad, no poopy, please don't fly planes into our buildings. We're like, all right, who did this? And we find out it's Group A. And we're like, all right, where is Group A? Group A is located in Country A. And we go to Country A's government. We say, hey, so this guy literally just killed 3,000 of our citizens. Do you want to give us this guy? And they go, nah, we're not going to do that. And we go, okay, well, look, if you don't give him to us, there's going to be some consequences, probably some military force. And they go, okay, fine. We'll give him to this Islamic organization that we just picked randomly, and we go, okay, well, that's not going to work for us. We actually want him, and they go, well, fine, we'll give him to you, but you're just going to have to wait. So by that point, we're like, okay, this is ridiculous. They're not going to give him to us. They're just going to help him escape the country. So we just roll in, right? We get there, and we almost catch this guy. We're super fucking close. But just before we got there, he was moved over to, just as we got there, he was moved over to Pakistan, right? So the delaying tactic thing was correct. They were just moving him and a bunch of his people out of the country to Pakistan, right? So that's literally what happened, right? It was a delaying tactic, right? So, I mean, I don't know, that's usually argument, I don't really know.
I mean, I'm not I guess I wouldn't be opposed to the way the U.S. government would operate there.
Okay, holy shit, I just need to hang around you and they're just gonna have all my positions? Holy shit.
I mean, I don't know. I don't...
Yeah, give me a mod role. Can I get an admin role?
Oh my god. I mean, I don't know. I don't see... I mean, I don't know. There are some positions that are, whatever, considered controversial. Like, I don't think... Like, one that I have is, I don't think it's anti-Semitic to say that Israel is that Israel is a shit country, right? I
don't think it's anti-Semitic, but I think that, like, so let me bridge the gap here. So I think a lot of people are crazy. So a lot of people will say any kind of opposition to the state of Israel is anti-Semitic, and I think that's just, like, crazy. Yeah. But a lot of people who say, I don't think the state of Israel should exist, a lot of those people are anti-Semitic, and their motivations are anti-Semitic, because, like, they hate Jews, they want to exterminate them.
That's the thing, though, right? Is right-wingers will take, a sentiment that's either true or has some truth to it, and then they'll twist it into something that it's not. Right, so, and then it becomes the case that it's like, you know, people on the other side tend to have this, I guess, disposition for just going against whatever their opposition is saying. So then it's like, well, no, that's anti-Semitic, right? But then it becomes hard to tell the difference between when it's actual anti-Semitism that's, you know, a dog whistle versus, oh, it's just somebody stating objectively true facts and having a nuanced discussion, right?
So what's your stance on Israel? Do you support the two-state solution? Do you want the Jews gone? Like, what's your stance?
I mean, I don't know what the best solution is. I would say that, it should definitely not operate the way it does. I don't think that we should, you know, support them in any way. I don't think that, you know...
You don't think we should support them in any way?
No. Zionists are just Jewish Nazis, right? So it's like, why the fuck would we support them?
You think it's... Hold on a second. You think that any... So just to be clear, Zionist just means someone that supports the state of Israel. So you think anybody that supports the state of Israel, by necessity, like, is in favor of, like, oppressing Palestinians?
I mean, I would say it's equivalent to somebody that supports the state of Nazi Germany, right?
So you think that Israel is committing a genocide against Palestinians?
I mean, it's pretty close to that. It's not good what they're doing.
I mean,
it's the fact that they're making it doesn't they don't have to literally be lining people up in camps for them to there to be a problem, right? They don't have to literally
doing the South Africa comparisons, but like for one thing, they provide them with free healthcare. They provide them with resources. Like they're like the sole source for like a lot of economic stuff that they provide for them.
Palestinians are lower class citizens.
Well, they're not citizens.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they're citizens of their own government.
But that's like, the thing is I'm against ethno-states just in general. So it's like
Israel's not an ethno-state.
Yeah, it seems like it's heading in that direction.
In what way? So like it doesn't seem like it's exclusive.
It doesn't seem like what
ethnic group is
Jewish
Israel exclusive to? That's not an ethnic group.
Okay, but you get what I'm trying to say.
There's Ashkenazi Jews, there's Mizrahi Jews, there's also Arab Jews, and like 25% of Israel is Arab. There's also like a bunch of Black and African Jews that were brought in from Africa and like other countries and stuff like that. So it doesn't really seem like an ethno-state to me. And I just want to qualify it. It's not to say that they're not doing bad things to Palestinians. I mean, that seems kind of trivial, right?
But like, I feel like I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I I mean,
I just, it's just not.
It seems like a semantic disagreement more than anything else.
Okay, well, what do you take an ethnostate to be, and what do you take an ethnic group to be? Because I feel like those are going to be kind of interesting. Because the genetic links between like Mizrahi and Ashkenazi Jews are going to be fairly limited. So if we're talking about some kind of genetic thing, that's going to be weird. Like, what do you take an ethnic group to be?
I don't think it has to be entire. Like, for instance, if you go back to Nazi Germany, right? They considered the Japanese people to be honorary.
Well, that was like a meme.
Right?
I think there's literally documents that they said that they didn't, that was like a political move, not like a genuine belief, right?
I mean,
I can just grant you that, but that doesn't mean that they're having.
But I think that the point is, right, if you're deliberately going out of your way to take away the rights of whatever group it may be, right, in favor of another group or another, type of person, right, I think that's a very, I mean, I don't know, it just seems very, Nazi-like, if nothing else, you know? It's,
you can say it's authoritarian, you can say it's, like, discriminatory or something. I just don't think it's, like, I think the specific thing when it comes to the Nazis, right?
You would agree that Israel is really far right, though, right?
I don't know about that. I feel like Israel's fairly moderate. If we're talking in terms of
They're
like just
moderate?
the grand scale of like political, yeah, like fairly center leaning. I mean, they have like a lot of left leaning economic policies. They have like some left leaning social policies. I mean, I don't know. Like if we're putting them on an international scale, I'd probably say they're probably somewhere in the center, maybe like center right. I wouldn't say they're like far right, at least on an international scale.
I don't know. I guess we could look up how right leaning is Israel.
Like the newest government, I will say probably leans pretty hard to the far right because they incorporated the, what do you call them, the extremist Orthodox party. But if we're just talking about the country, like, I don't know, as like a whole, like for, I don't know, like in the long run, I'm not really sure if that's the case. Because I wouldn't say like the United States is far right, like if, I don't know, like DeSantis won one election or something.
No, I get what you're saying, but oh, that's interesting. 73% of Jewish Israelis between ages 18 and 24 identify as right-wing.
They're so young.
Holy shit. That's really weird. And it follows it up by saying, compared with only 46% of Jewish Israelis over 65. So there's clearly a direction it's headed in, right? I don't think that there's any denying, okay, it's clearly headed in a certain direction. Right?
Oh, I mean, it's in young people direction, but I don't think that's...
young people are way further right than old people, that's telling you something, right?
Well, that's because a lot of the people that are further right wing have more kids, right? Like less left leaning people have kids.
I'm not entirely sure what the cause would be, but if young people are way more right wing, then that's gonna put the country in a right wing direction. Because look,
I'm not gonna like, just to be clear, I'm not saying it's not gonna be a right wing country. I mean, it's definitely a right wing country. It's just like, I don't know, like if we're putting on an international scale, I'm not saying, I just don't know if they're like extreme, especially not in the region, right? Because they're in a region with like, I don't know, like monarchies and like military dictatorships. Like, I don't know, it's not that bad relatively speaking. I don't know. That's why I was saying the Nazi-like thing is weird, because I mean, like, yeah, sure, they're authoritarian, sure, they're discriminatory, but like, so are literally all of the countries around them. I'm not really sure. What we're comparing them to, like what, Western advanced democracies or something? I mean, that's just going to be true of most of the world. I don't think you're going to call like, I don't know, random third world countries like Nazi-like because they're authoritarian.
I think it's a lot more similar. I think it's a lot more similar to say Nazi Germany than the USSR, right? Like I wouldn't say that.
You would say that?
In terms of the way it.
I mean,
leans,
honestly,
yeah.
I'd actually say it's more. Honestly, I'd say it's more comparable to the USSR than like Nazi Germany. Well, I mean, they're not actively engaged in it. They're not actively trying to kill people. They're just displacing them, which is what the USSR did. And they're moving into specific areas of the country under the belief that there's some kind of like, political / violent threat, right? That's more like the USSR and less like Germany.
I mean,
I should say with, I mean, it depends on which, I mean, I guess the current government is kind of weird because like Benjamin Netanyahu is like a Holocaust revisionist, so that's kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
I don't know, there's definitely some overlap there.
Because you gotta keep in mind, right, that the USSR was considered authoritarian left. Israel would be authoritarian right.
I don't know. Sure. Oh, look, I'll just grant you this. I'm not trying to like do some weird apology thing. Like Israel is oppressing people. They're oppressing Palestinians. They're treating Palestinians as cruel, it's uncalled for, yada yada. I'm just not really sure what the practical solution is, and I'm not sure if we even have the power necessarily to enact some kind of practical solution. Like, I feel like one of the things what we could do is we could make our support for Israel like a lot more conditional than it is. I wouldn't say drop
Correct.
full support because we kind of
I
need
think
Israel.
we should drop full support. Give them the North Korea treatment.
Yeah, if we give them the North Korea treatment, we're just going to lose an ally in the Middle East region, which I don't think is a good idea at this point, especially not after Saudi Arabia and Iran have started warming the relations with each other.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just don't.
Like, we need somebody. We need somebody in the region.
I don't see why we should incentivize a very blatantly, far right government.
I don't think we should incentivize them necessarily, but I think like if we're thinking about this in terms of like the grand scheme of geopolitics, I think that like I don't know, every now and then you got to make some Faustian bargains, and I just think Israel is one of those Faustian bargains.
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not drop full support, but drop most of the support if nothing else.
I just think it should be conditional. I mean, also a lot of the stuff is reciprocal as well. So like we benefit from like their military-industrial complex as well. So like cutting support is gonna take access that we have from like their military-industrial complex, which I don't think is a good thing. So I mean, I don't know. So like I don't know, just like a bunch of different things that like are mutually beneficial between the U.S. and Israel. And also, if we take away our support, it's possible they might curry favor from Russia or China, which I think would be probably bad because Russia and China need to be taken off the playing board.
That's true. Yeah, if we're gonna talk about how
holy shit, that's so mask off. Oh my god.
What?
No, that phrasing there I just used, that was perfect. I'm gonna put that in my back pocket. Take them off the playing board. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, in terms of what's the greatest threat, obviously it's gonna be Russia and China over Israel. I mean, I don't know. If you're in favor of conditional support, what would those conditions be, and what would that look like?
So we could say something like, we'll start cutting off military aid to you, or we'll even fully cut military aid to you if you don't respect, I don't know, Palestinian human rights or something like that. It's gonna have to be some kind of broader negotiation. I think what we really should do is we just renegotiate. So the last time we negotiated with Israel about aid and something like that and support for them, we got them to give up the Sinai Peninsula. So I'm pretty sure if we do it again, if we ask them to say, hey, like, I don't know, stop killing people in their homes. I don't know, I feel like we could make some leeway on that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something.
Exactly. I don't know. I mean, if you're going
I just wish that like I don't know, somebody could
like if you're gonna just like remove an entire, group of people, it just seems like, maybe there should be some sort of negative consequence for that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the case. It's just not practical. I mean, like we would have to do some, like the thing you were saying, give the North Korea treatment. We would have to do something like that. And the problem is like I don't know, it just doesn't seem to have a good track record. Like sanctions and blockades and stuff like that, at least within recent history, don't seem to have very good track records with actually changing the politics of states. And also, what we do know is that like countries that are trapped in like perpetual conflicts are also just more likely to be right-wing as well, and also more likely to be military, stuff like that. So it feels like if we want some kind of resolution there, we want the conflict to end. And that's kind of hard because the only side we can really negotiate with are like PLO, right, and Israel. Hamas is not really a negotiating party, so it's kind of a problem there.
Yeah, it's like I feel because if we're talking about it's almost like we're enabling it, right? That's
yeah, but I mean we can't really stop it either.
Like. Yeah, but
the problem is just we can't stop it.
We shouldn't.
Yeah, but I think like
we should
I just think it's a
discourage it
bargain.
somehow. We should, if nothing else, discourage it. And I don't feel like we're doing a good job at that.
Yeah, so I feel like the best thing we could possibly do is make our aid and support to them conditional. And if that doesn't work, then there's literally nothing we can do.
I think it would need to be very conditional. Right? I'm not saying take an approach of whatever, trying to like isolate them or whatever the fuck. I don't think that we should just treat them like a normal ally or whatever the fuck.
Well, I don't know. I don't think they're any worse than like, I don't know, Saudi Arabia or UAE or Kuwait or anything.
That's a
any of those
really low
countries.
bar.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. Look at most of the world. Most of the world's not pretty.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, that would be.
I mean, show me the airlift that Saudi Arabia launched to save a group of people from a genocide. I don't know. Didn't really happen.
Yeah, I mean, generally, when it comes to shit countries, I would tend to agree that there are a lot of them and that they're all shit. You know, I mean, that might be a hot take, but you know, bad things are bad and good things are good. I know, I said
Yeah,
it.
I don't know. Sometimes you gotta shake hands with the devil so you can fight the bigger devil.
I don't know how much I agree with that. I mean, to an extent, if that's like the only way, then sure. If there's no other alternative that produces more positive outcomes, I don't know. I'll have to research more on the Israel thing, because I don't like, I already kind of mentioned the fact that I don't really talk about foreign policy. I don't really debate people on the Ukraine-Russia thing, even though it's like obvious what my position is. It's like I just don't give a shit, right? It's like generally it's gonna be the case that the only people that disagree with me on that are tankies, and tankies are insufferable, and they've never asked me to debate them. So yeah, I'm not gonna go out of my way to ask them for a debate, right? I don't know. I don't think that they're a real threat. Anyways, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know. It doesn't really seem like we're gonna be able to disagree on anything. So I mean, I guess not.
Yeah, because it seems like you're more focused on you know, very specific policies and especially foreign policy. That's not my expertise. Usually, I talk more about the abstract ideas behind everything. I tend to go very abstract. Go debate
Yeah, I don't know, just need
friendly
to level up.
migrant on Discord.
And you got some XP.
Yeah. Someone's saying debate friendly migrant. I don't know who that is. If you want to debate me, just join the Discord server in the description, and then debate me. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna dip. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you for coming on. That was an interesting discussion. All right. Yeah, I never really know what to talk about when it comes to foreign policy, because like I don't really, that's like not my thing. But I do have fun, if nothing else, challenging people's ideas and see how much they know. Because it tends to be the case that if somebody requests to have a debate over foreign policy, they're gonna know more than me about it. And then I can challenge their ideas. And then they can expand upon their ideas and explain why, or yeah, address my concerns. I don't think I entirely agree with them on the Israel thing. I think that they're a little bit too nice to Israel, I guess, but I don't know. There could be some information that I'm not aware of. That would change my mind on that. I mean, obviously, there's going to be a lot more stuff that I don't know than stuff that I do know. I don't know. That just so happens to be the case. And, never heard of a Muslim who doesn't like Muhammad, but that's cool. Wait, what? Abdul, are you really comfortable saying peace be upon him in reference to a PDF file? Peace won't be upon... Oh, damn. Are you, okay. Also, if you want to debate me, you have to, like, raise your hand so I know to invite you to speak. Otherwise, you might just be listening. I have no idea. Anyways, I wasn't... See, it's always refreshing, though, to debate somebody that, like, kind of agrees with me on a lot, because then it's like, okay, help me iron out my positions a little bit. I don't know if I consider it much of a debate. Femyoz, I have a confession. Oh damn.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Hello. I am very good. Where are you from, by the way?
You're very what?
Where are you from, by the way?
I'm sorry.
Where are you from, by the way? I want
Oh,
to know
where am I
where are you
from?
from? Yes, yes.
I'm from the United States of America.
Oh, okay. So I did guess correctly.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I have a lot of opinions about femboys. You know, first, I think personally Americans should not be able to speak about other countries. I am from Dagestan, by the way. Dagestan, Makhachkal.
Okay. And why shouldn't we be able to speak about other countries?
Because America is okay. If you're American, you should have zero rights to speak about others. Like you're American, bro. Like for real.
Yeah, I know that's
American.
your.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, I know that's your proposition, but I asked you why is that your proposition?
Because you're American, bro. It should. It explains itself, bro. Like
So
it
I'm
explains
not
itself.
allowed to have an opinion on something on the
Yes,
basis
you're
of like,
American,
why?
bro. You're American.
Why are you're
'Cause
just
you're American.
presupposing that? But you're just making
Because Americans
you're
are not
just-
very smart.
but you're just begging the question.
Why am I begging the question?
You're begging the question because you're assuming that I would agree that on the basis of being American that would somehow be a valid reason to not be able to speak about something. I
Yeah.
think that's very
Yeah.
illogical.
Oh, I think it's very logical. I mean, look at Americans. Like most of them are fat, obese, retarded, or very gay. And when they speak about
What does being gay have to do with anything?
because okay, imagine you're American and you speak about other countries. Like not good look for you. Okay. Second, Israel.
So now
about
you're appealing
Israel.
to optics?
What is optics?
Basically just I guess the idea of focusing on what you say in terms of what will or won't look good.
Well, that's just my that's not my opinion. That's how it's facts. It's facts. I'm speaking facts. Okay,
Facts?
so about
Really?
Israel. About Israel, just remember, when you talk shit about Israel, just daily reminder you pay tax, you pay your money to Israel each time.
Okay,
And,
am I in favor of
and
that?
because of that,
Am I in favor of
no,
that?
but you should be, bro. You should be.
No, well
Because
I'm not.
if not, well, you should be. Otherwise, you will be
Well, I'm
forced to.
not.
Okay?
What?
Just remember, the Jews
Wait,
own your country. No matter what you do, they won't accept that. And I
So wait,
support them on this.
Are you JQing right now? Is this
What is
this
JQ?
Jewish question?
No, I am Jewish.
Okay.
Joking.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
Muslim. My family is Jewish.
agree with Jews owning the country. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I don't think that
No, my Jewish
America
friend
is-
says that. I agree with him because it's fact. He lives in Israel. He is enjoying the benefits of you right now. He's very thankful for it, and he wishes for you to support him more because I personally think he deserves it. Because no
Why does
matter
he
what you
deserve
do,
it?
when I see, because you give money,
Yeah, but
you give
why?
money. Because
I don't agree
we
we're
are because he's God's chosen people. God's chosen
Wait.
people.
How would you know if that's the case?
Because Muhammad woke me up at night. He told me he's God chosen people. Okay. I know.
Are you here to like troll? Is this like a
No.
joke?
No.
Are you
I am
sure?
speaking serious. Yes. I am
Alright,
just a
I
bit
can't
sarcastic.
tell. Alright, okay, I
It's just
couldn't
I
tell.
am very sarcastic person. That's
Okay,
anyways. About femboys. I wanted again about femboys.
okay, go on.
There's a lot of them tend to be very political for some reason.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't understand this. What are your
Okay.
political ideologies?
What?
What are your political ideologies? What's your
Like
views? Are you
mine
communist?
personally?
Yes.
I'm a
Yes.
libertarian socialist.
Oh, okay. One, I think you should have fun in the USSR. Two, femboys.
The USSR was not socialist. Just so you know.
I
And it
think
was
gulags-
definitely and it was definitely not libertarian. It was very authoritarian.
But I think you will probably do well in the gulags.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no.
But about femboys, I think my main point is femboys should be doing one thing and one thing only. They should be sucking the penis, not debating politics. And I think that's where you're missing your job.
Hey, these are not mutually exclusive.
But they will be forced eventually, okay? I know you are a bottom. I can tell this. I can tell
Maybe.
this.
Maybe.
Yeah, you see?
Okay, look. Okay, look. Here's a phrase I heard. I don't remember where I heard it from.
Okay.
But look. I'm a man on the streets and a woman in the sheets. Okay, that's how it works.
You will never be a real man. You will never be a real man.
Oh darn.
You are a-
Oh, it's so unfortunate. What will I ever do?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. You should know your place, okay? Know your place. You're a fanboy. You should not be debating politics. You should be sucking the cocoa. The cocoa. The big cocoa. And you should be nice husband to your whatever boyfriend you have. That's what I mean. That's what I think you should do. Not debating politics. You should be focusing on fanboy content, uploading quality fanboy content, not politics. Fanboy content.
What if I do both?
Because debate. Well, that makes you look very stupid. Again,
How?
fanboy should not be doing this.
Yeah, but
Because that's very stupid. You're a bottom.
why
Your
is it
opinion is
stupid?
irrelevant. Because you're a
Why?
bottom. Your opinion is irrelevant.
why? This is just bottom slander.
Yeah, exactly.
What's bottom slander? It means it's not true.
It's very true. You know why?
No.
Because I know a lot of bottoms, but they say the same thing. I met many bottoms like you. Always like this, but the moment they meet a man, they don't speak like this.
No.
Okay.
This
I
is
gotta
just
admit
bottom
this, okay.
slander. This is just bottom
you know why?
slander.
You know why?
Why?
Because I am a bottom myself, bro. I'm also a fanboy.
No
I'm
way.
speaking facts. Yeah. I'm speaking facts.
You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like
And
you're
almost-
projecting a little bit.
By the way, you know satellites? Here's my boyfriend.
Oh.
Don't block him. Yes. I'm just saying, stick to sucking cocoa, not debating. Yeah, I just wanted to say hey, salam alaikum to you. You know, I wanted to troll you a bit.
That's fair enough. Alright, well, thank you for coming on. It was entertaining.
Yeah, I really wanted to say suck my cocoa, but I wanted to also say a lot of other stuff. I could have been so much worse.
Yeah, no, I appreciate a good
Yeah, but
a
remember,
good joke.
stick to what my main votes. Not debating, sucking penis, and uploading more fanboy content. Because that's where you shine. Not politics. I also abstain from politics. I'm from Israel, by the way.
I see.
And I'm Russian as well. Just wanted to let you know that.
Alright.
So, stick to fanboy content, cocoa sucking, not politics. Have a nice day, okay?
Alright.
And remember, don't get an estrogen. Be a real fanboy.
I'm already on estrogen.
Well, yeah, what the fuck?
I've been on it for almost 3 months now.
Whoa.
I'm an HRT femboy, yeah.
Bro, I will never do HRT.
Yeah, you don't have to. I've chosen to because
Because I think that turns me into a trans person.
being trans and being transsexual and being a femboy are not mutually exclusive.
But you take HRT,
Yeah?
tell me what difference other than identity? If you take
Oh, I'm
if
not saying
if,
that there is one.
transistor takes HRT and fanboy takes HRT, what's the difference?
The identity.
Okay, minus identity. Physically, the same.
the-
It makes you transistor, no HRT.
Wait, well, you're conflating transsexual with transgender now.
Yeah. What do you mean?
So being
Please use simple
transsexual,
terms.
so being transgender is the identity and expression aspect of it, I guess.
Yeah, identity is invalid. Identity does
According to
not
what
care about
standard?
facts.
According to
My
what
penis
standard?
and my balls.
Oh my god.
Because identity does not matter. Only facts and the real life and balls.
My
Like-
god. Well, okay. I was a femboy for a while before going on HRT. So I've already proven my non-HRT potential. So now
I just
I'm
hope you
going
don't get
further.
comb tits, okay? I just hope you don't get comb tits and disabled penis. Biggest fears.
Okay. What if I get big mommy milkers? What if I go on progesterone?
That's then you will never be a real fanboy.
What the fuck is a good fem? What?
A real fanboy is what he is. A fanboy without estrogen.
That's
Without-
then you're just
because,
gatekeeping.
Well, yeah, I mean,
but
transgenders
why?
are transgenders. Because transgenders are transgenders and fanboys are fanboys.
What if
No,
I just don't
fanboys
give
are feminine males.
What if I just don't give a shit about gender?
Well then, I don't know about gender, but you should give a fuck about sex. Genders, I don't know what this mental illness is. I only know
Yeah, but
male, female.
Yeah, but I've already gotten the secondary sex characteristics of a male, right? So now I'll have both, right? I'll be like some like I'll be more androgynous. You know what I mean?
By what? By
Like-
having cone tits and disabled penis and not being able to produce semen properly and I don't know. But I wish you good luck. I saw many HRT fanboys on 4chan, but like, good luck to you. But just be careful, okay? It could have some serious side effects. And
Yeah, I've already looked into all that, and I'm like,
yeah,
I
just
still,
remember.
because like here's the thing is like it was fine for me to not be on HRT, for a bit, but then I'm like, okay, if I become any more masculine, I will literally want to fucking die if I do. I didn't want to become more masculine, right? Because obviously,
Fair enough.
testosterone changes you, you know, still like, you know, like just throughout your entire adulthood, basically.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. I don't
Yeah.
want to become more masculine. So it's like preventing that.
Yeah, I can understand it. That's a fair enough aspect because of, I mean,
It's
for
like
me, I
sure,
wanna.
it's like do I miss shooting ropes? You better believe I do. But it's worth it, right? At least for me. It's a good trade-off, you
It
know?
depends because I heard that shit. I mean, in the end, it doesn't make you a transgender physically. I mean, on terms, identity again doesn't matter. I mean, physically, on paper, makes you a transgender. Physically, I mean, you take HRT. A tranny would take HRT.
Yeah,
Say-
but just because you're on HRT doesn't necessitate your gender identity. Again,
I
that's not.
don't care about gender identity.
What
If you
about
take HRT,
somebody
you're
that's
fine.
like? What about somebody that's intersex that has like a combination
either
of both
ca-
hormones?
Either care. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm
I
assuming you
don't
don't
care,
care because it's inconvenient for your argument.
Inconvenient. You can genocide. No problem. You can fix.
What?
You can. Okay, if it's inconvenient for my argument, you can always genocide
Wait, why would you commit genocide? I'm confused now.
because it's fun.
Oh.
And if you say something
somebody
about-
in my chat makes a good point. Obsession with
What?
contics is exclusively for dysphoric twink motors in denial. That is true.
That sounds like a tranny browser from LGBT board on
Mm,
4chan. Probably grooms people or something into
I
becoming.
don't know. I think
uh,
I think if anybody sounds like they're from TTTT, it's you.
What is TTTT?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it's probably some groomer. I don't browse LGBT. I mean, the moment they see Femboy there, all trannies they'll start hating on the single Femboy. I browse a better place. I browse Paul. Very nice place. Very funny. Video games.
Okay.
Technology.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
I just hope you remember daily that you're happy that you pay my bills. Your
Oh
government.
my god.
I wanted you to thank you for that, and please support the state of Israel more. We need money. I'm starving right now, literally. Please help me so I can buy some nice tie-highs. More, please. Or if you,
I
and
think
if you're
that
not, you're anti-Semitic. Sorry.
I think why don't you just come to the U.S.?
Why would I want? I immediately become poor there. I have to no healthcare, no free healthcare, no. Look, I'm already trying to get someone out of there. Okay, such a shithole.
Okay, then what about
Oh yeah, this is another
Canada?
thing.
What
Never
about
call
Canada?
Israel a shithole. Canada, I don't know. I wouldn't want to get shanked by someone by some minority. I can already get shanked here in Israel.
Damn. Well, all right. I think that covers it. Have
Yeah.
a nice
Anyways,
day.
thank you, and
All
remember,
right.
Saki Coco, no debating.
My God. All right. Have a good one.
Have a
Oh, oops! I didn't mean to remove you that quickly. Have a nice day, anyways. Cringe call. Okay. This guy is me without a filter, but not the transphobic stuff. That's fair. This guy is a TTT lurker. Yeah. You take HRT, you're trans. You don't, you're a femboy. I don't think that's how it works. Estrogen is just cheating if you're fem. It's not cheating, okay? Finster says that he might go on HRT, okay? And he's like the king of femboys, okay? He's like the king of femboys, and he's gonna go on HRT. So yeah. Anyways. How are y'all doing, chat? Finster is British. That automatically usurps their position as king. Low tier bait. Finster is 1,000% an egg. I don't know, maybe. Finster is definitely not the king of femboys. Source. Early metalcore musicians were the prime femboys. Finster likes other femboys. Look, here's the thing, right? Entire slash LGBT slash constantly posts about Finster. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. And you know what? Finster is based, okay? I'm like better Finster, okay? That's right. I don't know if I can say that. All right. West of I can't see your entire name. All right, hello. What would you like to talk about?
Hi. Well, that's a tough act to follow, I think. But I don't know. I'm kind of new. I just came across your stuff today, and I was like, "Oh, cool, you're streaming." Okay. So I have a weird question. Maybe very topical for femboys, trans girls, and everyone in between. But so I know this comes up frequently in the femboy community, where we're all kind of upset about the clearly binary trans porn stars who post on there and flood the pages with their stuff, and we're like, hey, maybe these girls shouldn't be posting their stuff on subreddits and stuff for boys, and maybe we should not have be letting girls call themselves femboys. But I also know people like you exist. I'm non-binary myself, so it's
yeah, it's I think I'm non-binary, if anything. I mean, it's I don't really conform to anything, so I don't know. I mean, That's just me. I think I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
I think it has to be authentic though, right? It can't just be, oh, I'm gonna call myself a femboy because it gets me more money, right? But if you're like
Right.
genuinely like a femboy, even if you look like a woman, I think that that's valid.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like if you're on HRT, you can't call yourself a femboy. It's more like, it feels like it takes away, because a lot of people who are femboys are just like my boyfriend is definitely, he's a cis femboy. He never wants to take HRT. He's definitely a boy who just, likes to put on cute clothes and stuff. So it's like, it kind of takes away from a lot of boys like that who just don't feel like themselves or don't feel like they're valid because.
Yeah, but I'm scared. I was too scared of twink death. I didn't want twink death. I never want twink death. I hate twink death. Twink death is scary. I don't wanna have twink death happen to me.
I mean, we're all scared.
I don't want to end up looking like Leafy is here.
Fuck no. You see, I saw that shit that he posted, and I was like, God damn, I used to think Leafy was cute, but then he looks like fucking
now he
ogre,
looks like shit.
Man.
That's called twink death. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with you doing it. It's just like, it can be frustrating sometimes to see like, why are all these perfect girly goddesses posting here? And it's like, then there's me, Uggy, not on HRT. It gets frustrating.
If that's like an insecurity, if you feel like you perhaps kind of low-key are jealous, maybe, I guess you could say. Maybe that is you being an egg. I mean, I'm not gonna force you to crack the egg.
Oh no, I already know that I have egg tendencies, so it's not like
I can tell.
But yeah, I mean, that was the main thing I wanted to debate. But I mean, I could come up with other stuff. I don't know your full politics stuff. I saw you covered like vaush stuff. I like vaush.
Hell yeah. I agree with most things that vaush says, if that's a good point of reference for you.
Okay. What's your opinion on the vaush Anna Kasparian controversy? Like,
vaush
did you ever
vaush W?
Okay. Did you ever like her?
I thought she was decent. I didn't really know much about her though. I just remember Vaush covering her debate with Ben Shapiro. I'm like, oh yeah, she's making some good points, Better take notes so that I'm better at debate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching TYT, or I watched them like 2015, 2016, and stopped watching them after a certain point of time just because it got boring. But like, I don't know. I used to like her at first, but she sort of wore on
Fell
me
off.
a bit. She can be a bit annoying because she's like, just like Vaush, she's like combative with everyone, literally everyone, and sometimes that just comes off badly.
But the main difference there is that Vaush is actually right and Anna Kasparian is wrong. So that's like that's why it's categorically different.
Yeah. So with her, she can just like sound really annoying, and then also with like the recent thing, like why she's being canceled is because like in the past she's been like the target of right wingers forever now. Like she was the like poster child for SJW, shrill woman in media who was shaming men and whatever, and then all of a sudden Vaush calls her a retarded bitch, and she's like, oh no, I can't talk to you. You called me a mean word.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'll talk to Ben Shapiro, who's literally fucking evil, but I won't talk to Vaush because he half jokingly said that I'm a retarded bitch after politely asking me if I was willing to have a discussion with him in DMs where he was nothing but cordial and was being very polite most of the time. It's like, okay. And it was like only after she had like I think it was only after she had doubled down on her dumb fucking birthing person take where he was like, okay, you're just being a retarded bitch, right? Because she was.
Yeah.
Like, he's just objectively right.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I don't know. I definitely fall on like the edgier spectrum. Like I agree with a lot of her takes in the past, but yeah, with that, it's just
So
like
you're like me then, where you're more of like you're a leftist, but you're also kind of an edgelord.
see. I kind of miss the iDubbbz days when
Same.
saying bad words was funny, but like I don't know. I also recognize that words are hurtful, so it's like not always the best take to be like
Hey,
several million subscriber
diversity
person.
of tactics, baby. Diversity of
Yeah.
tactics.
I don't know. I mean, like of course my boyfriend loved iDubbbz. Like I rarely
did
watched
I.
iDubbbz, but like
Dude, I was a huge iDubbbz fan back in the day. I swear.
but yeah, I heard the controversy with him making the video, and I was like, oh damn! Like I only kind of sort of knew about him, but I was like, bro, he's walking back and stuff. He used to be cool, and now he's like.
Yeah, I was a little
Also,
disappointed.
I just think the mullet and the mustache is kind of cringe and gross, but that's just me.
Okay, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yes, the ironic mullet / mustache look has got to go. I at first it's like okay, whatever, but it's like okay, now I see it so much and I can't stand it anymore. Same thing goes for Curtis Connor. The semi-ironic mullet mustache look has got to go. I can't stand it anymore. I see it way too often. I don't like it. I hate it. It needs to disappear.
I mean, I just don't like it because it reminds me of like southern redneck racist bros. So yeah, but
I
yeah,
just don't think it's a good look.
I don't know. It's part of the '80s that shouldn't come back. So yeah.
See, at first I was like on board with mullets coming back, cause like they can look decent, right? But it's like
yeah,
when you go
yeah.
overboard, with them, it's like okay. Now it's like I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So like I said, I'm sort of new to your stuff, so I don't know everything you've covered in the past. But maybe last thing, I don't know if anyone actually wants to talk after me, but my next thing I was going to ask about is what's your opinion on like maybe not necessarily Andrew Tate, but like that sort of
the red pill sphere.
yeah, the sphere of like self-improvement where I've seen a lot of dudes who I think I watched like a few videos from Hamza at one point a few months ago where I'm like, bro, this dude contrasts, himself with femboys when it's really like, hey, incels and femboys are not very similar. Like, yes,
Oh yeah, for
incels
sure.
can be like feminine in a sense, but they're not.
No, they're not.
They
They're
sort
not
of have like
feminine
that.
enough to become femboys.
They have that sort of like pussy bitch weak lazy mindset where it's not even like, bro, the problem isn't that you're feminine, it's that you're like bad and annoying.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Elliot Rodger wasn't like particularly ugly, but it's like he was still an incel, right? It wasn't because of his physical appearance, it's because he's fucking psychotic, right? It's because nobody likes him, nobody liked his personality, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't take the red pill community seriously. I just think it's a fucking meme at this point. I don't take incels seriously. I think it's just fun to point and laugh and move on.
Okay. I mean, what about the idea that I think it would be called like the femboy pill or trans maxing. It's the concept
Oh god.
with the deep quarters of the red pill, the one where it says that, well, if you're that big of an incel, become the girlfriend. I don't know. I just find that super annoying.
I always found that meme kind of funny. I always say that like ironically, but if it's like it turns out that they're an egg, then I'm actually doing them a favor. And if they're not an egg, then I'm being funny comedian. So it's like Schrodinger's shitpost, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like bristle against it in the sense because it's like, I remember I had my own struggles dating women in the past, but it's also like, I'm not being
dating
a femboy.
Dating is so much easier as a femboy, I swear to fucking God.
Yeah. But like,
not even dating, just getting hookups. Dating is still difficult. I can't find anybody that like genuinely gives a shit about me. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like I thought this. It's like, god damn, I'm putting in all this work, and now I just have like people that wanna fuck me, which is great. It's very flattering
Mm,
that people wanna fuck me. But that
yeah,
being said, I want like a real connection or
yeah.
something.
I
You
feel
know?
that. I've been femboying for like the past 2 years. Some
Oh, you've
breaks
been
in
doing it
between.
longer than me.
Maybe I guess. But
I
like
yeah.
I don't know. I think at some point like I rushed in and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna post pictures. Ooh, I like that I get attention, but it's also like, hey, I kinda want like real connection and not just thirsty
Right?
guys in my DMs and
Right?
like yeah, so I mean I found my current boyfriend off the dating app, but like see what attracted me to him is like obviously he's cute and stuff, but there was actually that connection there. We had things in common. We could talk about stuff. We were like compatible and we were able to talk about more than just like, hey, you want to hook up? Hey, you want to send nudes? Hey, you want to do whatever? So it was like, also, I'm sorry if like I'm saying things that are not YouTube friendly, but I'm
No,
not
I
used
wouldn't
to.
worry about it. Most of my
Okay.
streams get demonetized anyway.
Yeah, to be fair, like the dude who came before you, I just thought it was funny. He was just like, "Bruh, I hate the Jews, but also I want to fuck femboys and shit." I was like, "Bro,
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious. Like, it was obviously like a joke.
yeah, I don't know. I just think it's weird, but yes, you are very cute, by the
Oh,
way.
thank you.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen your like fashion tip ideas or any of those videos, but I'm sure you give good advice. I know something I encountered recently with my like styling is that like eventually you graduate from Amazon clothes, and I guess my boyfriend really likes Shein, even
Yeah,
though
that's
it's
what I
like
use. That's what I
they're
use.
like, bro, it's freaking rags and barely held together clothes from there. I'm just like, bro, I'm used to Amazon quality, but this is shit. No offense. Like, if you get your clothes off there, it's cheaper. It's like really good
Yeah,
prices, but it's
some
also
of it,
like,
some of it holds together pretty well. Some of it is shit, but some of it has
yeah,
like actually stood the test of time. Like, there's some things that are actually fairly durable.
yeah. Like, I think I got like one or two pairs of thigh highs off Shein, and like they already have holes in them, and I've only worn them once or twice. So I'm like, but my other socks are fine. So I don't know.
I've never had problems with thigh highs, I don't think.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. There's like in the near the very end of it, I was probably pulling on too hard. So the
Maybe, I
struggles.
don't know.
I
I've
don't know.
never had that issue.
Oh, oh,
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
uh, I don't know. I mean, I can ramble, but I'm sure there's other people waiting, so I'll
All right, we'll have a
I
good
can be
one.
done. All right, thank you. Bye.
See ya. I'm still disgusted with myself for having bought Shein when I was a broke, closeted boy motor. Wait, Femyoz put me on? Yeah, soon. You would rather debate than have sex? Maybe. Women simp the fuck out for me. I have to turn them all down. Yeah, and then everybody clapped, okay? There was once this girl who would basically sexually harass me when I live streamed. Well, that's not good. Satellites Discord. Just join the Discord in the description below. And then join the live stage and then raise your hand. Someone would ask you out and you would be like, "Ah, I see. Indeed, I perhaps I shall consider your proposition of going on a date with you. But what arguments do you have to support your claim?" Or I would just, or I want to go out with you. Source? Just ask them for a fucking source. Or like, what else might I say? If somebody asked me out, I can't verify because I'm switching phones right now. I don't like to call people directly anymore, because it's like people ban evade and stuff. What if you combined debating and having sex? Could you fucking imagine? It's just like we're having sex and just like whatever, like somebody like I'm just like getting railed in the ass, and then I'm just like, ah yes, but you see, it is actually categorically different. For it's just fucking like that would be great. That would be great. Femyoz stream got more viewers than Bunk right now. We literally are unstoppable. Femyorbiters, let's go, hell yeah. I'm like Femboy Bunk. Every time you find a fallacy, you thrust. Bottom thinking I told you, literally bottom. What, me? Yeah, right. I'm like, okay, in all fairness, okay, I did a gender roles test, and I think technically I got 50% masculine and only 44% feminine. So technically, I think I'm coming. But is that a moral good? Yeah. Well, you see, you could make a utilitarian argument for edging instead of coming, as it will allow you to have an orgasm that allows you to experience more positive qualia than negative qualia. Clearly false. You act like a huge... No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Huge bottoms are typically into politics. Okay, then vaush is a bottom. Vaush is a bottom then, okay? You have to bite that bullet, okay? Vaush is a bottom. And well, actually, I could see Destiny being a bottom. Femyoz gets flustered easily like a... No, I don't. Vaush is not a real man. Wait, how does that work? Yes, you do. No, I don't. Source. Yeah, you can't prove it. You don't have any peer-reviewed studies. That's what I thought. What if yeah. You have to substantiate your claims. Yeah. Anyways, what if I pulled a Hassan? My source is that you are a heckin' cutie. Well, okay, but I mean, thank you, but also that's not the that's not the that's a logical fallacy. That's a logical fallacy. Whether or not you have that as your source does not dictate the validity of your bottom accusations. Also, can you ask Jalyn to make up with Synth, because I can't stand the gay friends in my computer fight. Wait, no! She beefed with Synth? No! What? Wait, when did this happen? I don't want them to fight. I know... I know that Jalyn was, like, kind of beefing with Moxie, which, like, obviously I wasn't, like, in favor of, but I'm like, okay, whatever, it's, you know, because, like, at least then I can sort of understand. Okay, sometimes Moxie can be annoying when he's being contrarian. I understand that. We are not forgetting you bending... No, in all fairness, I only did that because somebody was paying me money to do it, okay? There was a financial incentive, okay? Making the bag is, like, the manliest thing you can do. For real, You guys are just saying that. You guys are just asserting it to be the case, okay? You're just, like, presupposing it, okay? It's you're presupposing it the same way that Christian presuppositionalists presuppose their claims, okay? You're just saying it's true because it's true. That's, like, your whole argument. Yeah. To be fair, it's really easy to beef with Synth. Is it? I don't know. I've never beefed with her. I've never had beef with her. We've always seemed to get along. I don't know. Maybe if I had bad takes. Oh, there's somebody raising their hand. Okay, alright, 1 second. Okay. Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Yo.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Sorry for my brat earlier, that Abdul person who's now Galdust in the chat.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. I see. Is he a bratty sub?
Yes, he is very much. He's also a bun, and he acts like it too. He thumps all the time.
Damn. So are you like
Yeah.
his daddy Dom?
Pretty much, yeah, you could say that.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of weird too because I guess I'm a femboy as well, even though I'm more of a top. I don't bottom. So he definitely likes to act up and brat out a lot, but that's obviously not why I joined and came here.
All right. What would you like
Actually,
to talk about?
so are you what kind of music do you listen to?
I don't really listen to music anymore, so I don't know. I don't really have time to listen to music. Usually, if I'm listening to something, I'll listen to something I'll listen to like a debate or like something like that, so that like it's like if I'm doing something but I want to like listen to something in the background, like I'll listen to something that like is useful to me, right?
Hmm.
Or like I'll like learn something or whatever. I mean, so you got no time for music. I gotta grind for YouTube. The only music I
Huh.
listen to is finding background music for my videos, okay?
I would figure like someone who especially someone who makes their content like their disposition is like affirmed on something and then they make content about debating or have like social commentaries or like anything regarding philosophy. I would figure someone who, you know, kind of treats themselves around that caliber would have some kind of like music that they would gravitate towards and be very heavily opinionated on.
I don't know. I'm not really opinionated when it comes to music. There's just whatever music that I have a preference for and a preference against, right? So I have a preference against country music. I don't know. It doesn't sound very good. I think drill music sounds cool though. So I like that. I don't know why. I just do.
That it being against country music's based, by the way.
Hell yeah.
I,
But
I'm
that's not
more
like
of a
yeah, that's not like a claim about what music should be. It's just if
yeah.
music is gonna play through my headphones, it better be music I like. You
It's
know what
gonna
I
be
mean?
what you subjectively gravitate towards. Yeah, exactly. Um,
Yeah.
for me personally, I'm a lot more of a progressive, like metalcore kind of guy.
Oh hell
That's why
yeah.
that's why I typed earlier that the real femboys. Okay, let me give you a history lesson because this is something that most femboys on the internet, especially on like Reddit,
All
don't
right.
actually know.
I need to go to the bathroom, so give your history lesson. I'll be back in a minute. I just need to pull a Hassan, okay? All right. Anyways.
History lesson. Femboys are not actually it's not actually a new wave. And yes, there have been androgynous males throughout, you know, ever since we've been here. But on this planet, you know, evolving, being here. But actually, the femboy wave truly started in the 1980s with hair metal. Go back and look at bands like Def Leppard or any kind of hair metal like that Motley Crue, and look at the boys and look at all the men that are performing and stuff like that. Um, just saying for the stream in case anyone watches for this part, but that's actually where femboys come from. It's actually metal. Why are you talking to the chair? Oh yeah, I'm talking to the chair. I am
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about the chair stream. I had to pull a Hassan, okay? I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I was
Couldn't.
talking to chat and someone mentioned I was talking to the chair and I was about to say that's because I'm a fucking psycho.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Surely.
Anyways, yeah, I'll also read chat. Lord Pasta Productions says metal sucks. Sorry, not sorry. Oopty Scoopy says, bro, hair metal sucks.
I never agree. Yeah,
Get into music; it'll change your life.
it is true.
If you aren't trans, if you aren't into at least one objectively awful musician. Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Weird.
Quote, I don't bottom, missing out for real. Yeah. What do you have to say about that? Presumed bottom until proven top? What? Why? That's not fair. To be fair, it's really... Oh, wait, I already read that. Okay, that's people spreading bottom allegations. Synth pulled me into a call to lecture me about the laws of logic. She was making 0 sense the entire time? I think the laws of logic are fairly straightforward. Synth quickly becomes way too aggressive way too quickly, but Jalyn doesn't know how to argue and just doubles down and accuses everyone of narcissism. Okay, I guess, yeah, once you say it like that, I could see why they would not get along. Because Jalyn's gonna make some bad argument without realizing it. Then Synth is gonna be like, this is a brained argument, and then just comes across as too aggressive, maybe. Just someone that's not expecting it. I don't know. I think that sometimes it's good that Synth is aggressive, and sometimes it's not good. It depends on who she's debating. I think sometimes I have a similar issue, or like, but only sometimes. It depends on the mood. Sometimes I have the opposite issue where I'm just like super ultra good faith, and like I just don't challenge the ideas enough. Just because I'm curious about the other person's position. I mean, I don't know. I think that's actually a good thing. I think it's good to hear people out sometimes. Hold on. Nirvana was good because... I don't know anything about music. I'm sorry. Femyoz be holding his piss just so he can bore us with a chair. He does it on purpose? What? Imagine going to the bathroom... Not going to the bathroom before going... Well, I did, and then I had to go again. It's been 2 hours. And I drink water, okay? 2 bottoms gonna have a debate, need a top like me, Cap. I'm not a...
I'm pretty sure the only top here is me, too.
Source?
These. Anyway.
Oh my god.
May I give my history lesson now?
I thought you already gave it.
Well, I gave it to the chat, but...
Oh, I already heard it. I was wearing my headphones in the bathroom.
Ah, okay, good.
Yes.
Anyways, to add more to it, the early 2000s to the late 2000s of metalcore is when boys were like as a just more not streamlined but in popularity, they were definitely the cutest. Go look at the like how the band members of Bullet for My Valentine used to look and tell me that you wouldn't simp for them.
I probably well, I don't simp for anybody. So, anyways, is there anything else you would like to talk about?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Actually, this is something that's pretty interesting that my boyfriend earlier brought up, and it's about estrogen and the effects of it on the body.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
So, Obviously, I want to clarify that I, you know, I have nothing against what, anyone else wants to do, obviously, unless it hurts other people. If you, want to do something, all power to you. I don't really care. But I do have a thought on it, though. I've heard both sides of, I know people that don't like trans people, and I'm friends with a lot of trans people, and it goes both ways for femboys as well. And I find that I've heard a lot of arguments, and I've heard both sides, and
Okay.
I have come to my own conclusion. So, I knew a trans person that originally was not on, like those, I don't know if you're taking them. Will you be taking those little, like, pouches that you put on your hips?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so. I just take the thing that dissolves in your mouth, and then an anti-androgen pill.
Ah, okay. My friend had these little pouches. I think they did the same thing that you did too, and they had like these pouches that they would put on their hips, and they kind of look like band-aids.
Okay.
They were estrogen supplements. They went, and even before they took HRT and took a lot of estrogen supplements, they actually looked really good. Of course, they didn't have like a hourglass figure, but they still looked really good. After the fact that they took HRT, they completely destroyed their physicality, and any drive that they had, or anything that they, originally had physically, deteriorated, and it took them like 1.5 to 2 years for them to get back. I'm not saying that's...
Wait, what deteriorated, first of all?
Their sexual drive and their hormonal imbalance. They nearly became a different person, actually.
Okay. So what's your point?
My point is, if it's taken without... I'm not saying that you're obviously taking it without it being thought through, but if you take it willy-nilly, and if you think that this is going to give you exactly what you want, you are mistaken. Because if you overtly take this, and if you have if you take too much of it, it can actually ruin you.
Yeah, you shouldn't take too much of something. I don't know when I ever said the contrary. I mean, I don't know. This just sounds like one anecdote of a bad experience. I don't really think it's that relevant.
There are a lot of these. There are a lot of these, and you can look them up, actually.
Well, I'm not here to do your research to make your argument for you, right?
Well, yeah, but you did use Google earlier, though. When you looked up if Israel, Israel was far right.
Yeah, because I was just researching on my own, because I had made the claim that they were, right? So that's why I was looking it up, right? But if you're gonna make a claim, you're the one that needs to do the research, right? I'm not here to make your argument for you, right?
Exactly.
So if you're just gonna say, oh, well, there was this one trans person that had a bad oh, look, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. That sucks. But I care about what actual data says, and not one-off anecdotal experiences, right? You can have an anecdotal experience for anything. It doesn't mean that it's, the end-all be-all, right? It's like, yeah, sure, there are going to be... There for every person that regrets HRT, there are plenty more that don't regret it. And if you want, I can pull up my research doc.
It's not about like it being anecdotal. It's about awareness of...
It's an anecdote.
Let me finish.
So it is anecdotal evidence.
Let me finish. I'm bringing it up as a point of awareness, because this has happened quite a bit from what I've seen.
Awareness
I would
for
give
what? Like, you realize that
for
they
not
tell
taking
you all
too
of
much
the...
estrogen.
You do realize, first of all, that you shouldn't be given too much estrogen to begin with. Second of all, you do realize that they have fucking they list potential side effects.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, so it's not like this is something you're not aware of. It's not like it's like, oh, I'm just gonna take HRT and see what happens, teehee, right? That's not how this works, right? Are there gonna be a few people that have bad experiences? Yes, but I think that this is a pretty irrelevant, nothing burger argument, if I'm gonna be totally honest. It just seems like, oh, okay, so you know somebody that had a bad experience. Like, I'm sorry that happened to them. But that doesn't change anything.
Well, it does. It changes
No, it
your
doesn't.
physicality, and it changes your
Well,
sex
yeah,
drive.
well,
Yes,
well,
it
yeah.
does.
I don't disagree that HRT changes your physicality and sex drive. I never said the contrary. What I am saying is that your one anecdote, your study with an N value of 1 is worthless. No offense. It's not. It's like, this isn't a good argument.
It's not necessarily an argument, more so just a sign of warning. Personally, you
the
as well,
doctor is
because
already
you're also raising a fundraiser
warning,
for
the
donates for you to get on HRT and estrogen.
Well, I'm already
supplements
on
as well.
HRT. I'm already on HRT. You know that's like a meme, right? That's not meant to be taken seriously. It's not literally all going to my estrogen addiction, okay? It's not an addiction, right? It's not meant to be taken seriously.
I knew that the addiction part obviously must have been a joke, but I also assumed that you are on HRT as well.
Well, yeah, I am.
Legitimately.
Yes, I am. That part's not a joke. So what's your... So I just don't see what your point is. Like, this just seems like a nothing argument. It just seems like you're saying one person had a bad experience, so here's this warning that all of the doctors give you before prescribing it to you anyways. Like what it's just like, okay.
It's not the only example that I've seen or that
I'm
I've
not saying it's
experienced.
the only example. I'm saying that if you just take individual experiences, that means fucking nothing to me. I don't care. I'm sorry. So unless you can provide me with a study that says that it is statistically likely for HRT to negatively impact me, I don't fucking care, right? I'm gonna do whatever has the greatest statistical likelihood of benefiting me, so long as it doesn't harm others. Like, I don't know why this is complicated. Like it seems very straightforward to me.
The only one who's making it complicated is you.
No, it's
Because
very
you're-
simple.
Yes,
It's very
yes,
simple. You're the
it's
one that's
common
asserting.
sense.
It's common sense. Do you think it's
Because-
common sense that maybe perhaps actual science and statistical data might hold more merit than your one anecdote? Like, come
There's
on.
also data of this as well. This is
Where?
why there's a not
Data of
saying that I
what? Data of
support
what?
it.
Data of
Well,
what specifically?
The data that having hormonal imbalance negatively impacts you and changes your physicality.
Okay, no one... Okay, do you think that the goal of HRT is to cause hormonal imbalances, or do you think that that's just one potential
Well,
side
obviously
effect
not,
like there
but
is
it
with
can
any
happen,
medication?
and it has happened a lot.
Okay, a lot. Okay, do you have a source that's showing that there's just there's this influx of trans people, this influx of trans femmes with these awful hormonal imbalances, or are you just asserting this to be the case based on your feelings?
Admittedly, right now, I would have to look up the source and give you statistics, but I have actually done research on this, and this is actually an issue. And to deny it would be disingenuous, but I'm not saying that
whether or not it's
inherently bad.
Do you mean it's like if you're gonna say, I'm not gonna make an absolute statement and say it's not an issue for anybody under any circumstances, right? That's not my position. My position is that it's not an issue for most people that are on HRT. So the majority of people on HRT don't have that issue. The majority of people on HRT don't regret it. So again, I just don't see what the
I wasn't
point
also
of
saying that either.
I just don't understand
I
what
never
the point
said
of
that.
saying, oh, hey, by the way, did you know that medication can have side effects? And that it can decrease your sex drive if you go on HRT. Whoa, really? No fucking way. I never knew that. Thanks for the warning. I had no clue that would be a potential side effect. It's not like
no problem,
all of
bro.
the doctors told me that beforehand, and that I had also done research beforehand and already knew that. No, that couldn't be the case.
Tell that to the people that have hormonal imbalances and their physicality got completely fucked.
So you're talking about a very small subsection of people, right? So if one out of 100
There still
people,
should be awareness of
I'm not
it,
done
even
talking
if it
yet.
is
I'm not done
admittedly
talking, okay?
You interrupted me 5 times.
Okay, so, alright. The point I was making is that if 1 out of 100 people have a negative experience with HRT, that shouldn't ruin it for the other 99, okay? I don't care if 1 out of 100 has to whatever, makes a wrong decision. Why the fuck should that negatively affect me? It shouldn't. That's retarded.
Well, that's not my main point.
What is your main point?
I'm saying this to raise awareness because it still
Yeah,
happens.
I'm already aware.
Even if
Everyone is already aware that yes,
You're-
going on HRT, going on HRT as a trans femme decreases your sex drive.
I
It's not
can't
a
interrupt
secret.
you, but you can't interrupt me.
Because you're saying dumb shit that's wrong.
No, I'm raising awareness on an issue that still is an issue, even if it is small. It's still
How
a
is it
fucked
raising?
issue
How is
if
it raising
happens.
awareness if it's something that everybody already knows?
If it's something that everybody already knows, then why does it still happen?
Because that's a risk that some people are willing to take.
And it completely destroys them.
Destroys them. I think that's a little bit dramatic. Do you have like a position that you can back up with like actual evidence and arguments, or are you just gonna say, "Oh, I'm just here to like give a little warning"?
It's called
tee-hee?
common sense and science. If you overtly take something like that, it will physically and hormonally destroy you.
What do you mean by destroy? You're using the word destroy as if HRT
Yes.
is a negative thing.
It can be.
Anything can be negative. Fucking Tylenol can have negative side effects. That doesn't mean that Tylenol. It doesn't mean you need to go around
It
spreading
still has
awareness
a higher
about
risk factor than Tylenol
yeah.
does.
Could you imagine if I went around, going around being like, "Oh yeah, we need to spread awareness for the negative side effects of fucking Tylenol." Like
It still
would be
has a
retarded,
higher
right?
risk factor than Tylenol.
It's still a low risk factor.
That's a false equivalence.
It's still a low risk factor, okay? You haven't made a single
Compared
good
to
argument,
HRT, no.
and you haven't provided me with a single source. So
You
unless
haven't
you want
provided
to,
me with sources either.
because I'm not the one asserting a claim. You
Because
are.
this is common
You came on
sense.
here,
And you are getting
common
pressed by
sense is
common
not a
sense.
fucking source. Holy shit! It used to be common sense that the Earth was flat. Did that mean that the Earth was flat?
It also used to be common sense that you don't completely fuck your hormonal balance.
Yeah, and
but
it used to
people
be
are doing
common
that
sense
now
that the
too.
Earth was flat. So it seems like as society
And
progresses,
that's also a false equivalence as well.
No, it's
because
not.
It has nothing to do.
whether or
Yes,
not
it
you think
is.
something is common sense is fucking irrelevant. Okay, you can assert
I love how you're
anything.
getting. I love how
You
you're
can
also
assert
getting pressed
anything.
by this too.
You can assert anything as common sense, right? It doesn't increase the correctness of your argument.
So
What common sense is literally determined by what a plurality deems to be common sense. That is irrelevant.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If you work hard at, you go to the gym every day, you're losing weight, you look good, and then you're like, I want to take HRT. Is it or is it not common sense to only do it in very small moderation to not fuck your hormonal balance or your physicality? I
What
would
are
say
you
it's common
talking
sense.
about? That's called what the doctors do. That's what the doctors do. Is they make sure they prescribe the right amount. Okay, if there are doctors that prescribe the wrong amount, sure, that sucks. That shouldn't happen, right? But
And
the
you
claim
can
you're
still
making,
get more.
you can still get more. Okay, well then that's
Yeah.
a wrong decision if you decide to do that. If in a
That's
way that's
literally
harmful
what
to
I've been trying to say the entire time.
Okay, but how often is that happening? Not very, okay? And at the end of the day, when you're saying, "Oh, HRT is just destroying all these trans people," you're making it out to be something that it's not. And I think that's a very disingenuous thing
And
for
by
you to
the
do.
way-
You're making a mountain out of a molehill.
No, the only one that's making a mountain out of a molehill is you. The only
No,
thing
it's
I'm
you.
saying is you should not get more than what's prescribed. And, by the way,
Yeah, no fucking
many
shit.
people, a good amount of people actually don't get prescribed this. They actually buy it without going to the doctor.
Your point?
Which means that they can get as much as they want. So
Okay,
with common sense,
I'm not saying that they
dictate
should
or
do
not
that.
dictate
I'm
how
not
much
saying that they
take
should
as
do
well.
that. I'm not saying that they should do that. What I am saying is that they should have the right to do that.
Well, okay, and that's fine. But you're missing what I'm saying, though. Does common
Because
sense
it's a nothing
dictate...
argument.
Well, let me finish and stop getting so pressed. Does common sense not dictate or dictate if you buy a high amount of something
Common sense
that you
doesn't dictate anything. Like, what the fuck is this retarded appeal? I don't care what you think common sense is.
That
right?
makes
common
a lot of sense. That
no,
you think
common
that.
sense is literally
that's
just
why.
No. Common
Okay.
sense is determined by what a plurality of people think is common sense, right? It's entirely relativistic. It does not dictate the correctness of your argument. Again, it used to be considered common sense that the Earth was flat. Oh, well, you can just look outside, bruh. Okay, that
You
was
could
common
use the
sense.
literal-
I don't fucking care if you
You
think
could-
something is common sense. It's literally just what a plurality deems to be common sense.
You could use it by its textbook definition
I don't
as it being
fucking
a
care.
plurality, but common sense could also just be what you think by equating in your mind the answer to something that is or isn't a good or bad idea.
So you've just
For
admitted
example,
it. It's based
is
on
it
what
or
you
is
think
it
is a
not
good
common
idea.
sense to
It's
test-
based on
to
what
step
you
on
think is a
class?
good idea.
Because if you take a high dose of it, of course it's going to mess with you. Everyone should know
When
this,
did
and
I
everyone
say
would agree.
you should take a high dose, higher than what the recommended prescription would be? When did I ever say that you should do that? When did I say
never
that
said
that's
that you
something that
did.
you ought to? Then you're arguing against a fucking non-existent argument. You're arguing
literally
against shit
creating
that I've
arguments
never
from
said
nothing.
because you're retarded.
I'm retarded. You're
You
putting
want to know
words
what
in my
common
mouth.
sense dictates? You want to know what common sense dictates? That you're fucking retarded. That's what common sense dictates.
I'm retarded?
Yes, you are. You're actually
Whoa.
fucking brain dead.
So you lose
You
an
have like
argument,
a.
and now you're
you
going
actually,
to insult me.
I lost an
Okay.
argument. Holy shit! Not only are you retarded, but you're also delusional. Holy fuck! The Dunning-Kruger effect is so real.
Says the one that's fucking
Dude, you're
literally
so
putting
fucking
arguments
pathetic.
in my mouth.
You're so pathetic. Holy
I'm
shit!
pathetic
I'm
when
the
you're
one
literally
putting arguments
raging
in
at me?
your mouth. What?
I have something in that I can, like, I don't know, like, I have something I think that you would actually find pretty interesting.
Yeah, okay, go for it. Alright, if I don't find it interesting, I'm removing you from the call, so it better be fucking interesting, okay?
So go look up a Russian gulag and go work there. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Fucking rage quit. Oh my god. Dude, he's so shit at debate, too. I mean, I don't blame him, for being shit at debate, but just admit when you don't know something. Or admit when you make a garbage argument, right? It's like, what? You were screaming, by the way? Yeah, because he was making dumb fuck points. This guy is nice, I don't think he does. But he was saying retarded shit. And it's like, I would address one of his dumb fuck points that I don't personally feel like I should have even had to have engaged with. I address his point, and then he acts as if I didn't address his point, and then he's like, well, yeah, but I'm saying that, like, it's just like, he would just go on and just wouldn't shut the fuck up. And then he would say something, like, as if it's something that I don't already know. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm just saying that, I'm just spreading awareness that it's bad to fucking overdose on estrogen. Oh, gee, thanks. I didn't fucking know that. Thanks. Thanks for this incredible insight. It's like, he's just wasting my fucking time, right? Got awareness for me raising awareness? No, it's just you wouldn't shut the fuck up about it, right? It's like, yeah, no shit, right? No shit, you shouldn't take too much of something, right? You shouldn't take too much Tylenol either, right? That's not, but like again, if you take too much Tylenol, then that's also gonna fuck you up, right? You're also gonna get sick if you take too much Tylenol, or or too much antidepressants. Yeah, okay. Who the fuck doesn't know that? Yes, if you take too much of something, it's gonna negatively affect you. What is the point? Like, there is none. Bottom speak. This is not. No. This is not bottom speak. This is not bottom speak. I literally just started talking about it and you got angry. No, I got angry after I already addressed your point, and then you just kept making the point as if I didn't hear you the first 5 billion times. I was trolling? Well, that makes sense. I hope you were trolling, because I refuse to believe that, that anyone was that retarded. So, was it a troll, or was he raising awareness about a real issue? It's Schrodinger's shitpost, right? After losing the debate, he's changed it to, well, you see, I was raising awareness ironically. You should do gaming videos where you shit talk people online. That it would be funny. I kind of already did that to an extent in my PvP montages. Like, I would, it's like between verses in whatever the fucking song was. It was usually like some whatever, like drill music or whatever. I would add text on screen that would say stuff like, "You shouldn't have talked so much shit. Now it is time for you to face the consequences." And then it just shows me, like, fucking shitting on them, getting, like, a 20-hit combo or some shit. Why do you think he'd be serious? Because I've had fucking insane people debate me, okay? You have to keep in mind... Well, I don't know. Your BF sounded a little bit more serious than you did. See, here's the thing, right? Is your BF was boring me, okay? And if I'm bored in a discussion, I assume that it's meant to be serious. He's expert on the retard. See, but here's the thing, right? Achito was right about Femyoz. Achito was not right about anything. Achito's a fucking retard. Lol, the femboys were just pretending to be retarded. Lol, trolled. Lol. Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, yeah, you go in there and pretend to be retarded. Wow. Oh, you got me good. You got me good. Oh, that... Wow, what an incredible troll. You managed to convince me that you have a room temperature IQ. Wow, what an incredible prank. Bottom rate. This is not... That it has nothing to do with being a bottom. He's on HRT Socialism. That's not how HRT works. Okay? No, it's not bottom rage. This is not what HRT... I fucking hate all of you. Anyways, femboys are fake and we'll all go bald at 30. Yeah, that's why I'm on HRT. Bottom rate... Bottom keyboard... I haven't even touched my keyboard! I didn't touch my keyboard a single time, okay? Find the part where I was keyboard mashing. We know your source? Source? Maybe? Okay. Well, I'm definitely transsexual to an extent. HRT does make you... No. No, I always yelled at stupid people, okay? That was... No, actually, no, you're wrong, because it's testosterone that makes you super... It gives you that man rage. It's like, oh, I'm so angry because of all the testosterone pumping in my veins, right? But, like, that's why anger is, like, the manly emotion, right? Whereas, like, women that are on estrogen are like, I'm so sad, ooh woo. Right? Usually, I don't know, bro. I love my testosterone. Dude, look, here's the thing, right? I didn't want my physical appearance or structure or whatever to become more masculine looking. Yeah, she's such a cute girl for real. Look, just because I get passionate about a subject and yell at somebody doesn't mean I'm actually mad. Okay? Alright? Yeah. This is... Oh. Femcraft... SMP needs to come soon. I laughed when he screamed, nah, TVH, just got scared. Nice, okay. What, why is everybody calling me a bottom today? What did I'm not being a bottom, more than I usually would at least. I got knee surgery in the alleyway and my leg is fucked, be wary of knee surgeons. Yeah, exactly. That was the argument that I was contending with, basically. I took this medication without oversight from my doctor and other professionals, and I regret it. This medication is horrible, and people should know the risks. Yeah, common sense is dumb for... Yeah, it's like common sense is basically a non-argument. You can say anything is common sense. Fuck, I used to do this in my early teen years. I used to be like, oh, well, this is common sense, lol, XD. And really what I would... Really, what that really boiled down to is things that I thought were intuitively obvious were common sense. That's what common sense was to me, right? It's like, oh, I think it's intuitively obvious, therefore it's common sense, right? But if you ask a stupid person, is it common sense that if A equals B and B does not equal C, then A cannot equal C, right? It's like, well, no, the law of non-contradiction is not common sense to really stupid people, right? I know people who did get groomed by others, and I know people who never got explained. Who? People that didn't talk to doctors? Like, what? Like, yeah. It's not recommended by most people to not buy it from the black market. Everyone will tell you to go do it the right... Yeah. You're still using my flat earth... Okay, I've used flat earth comparisons before you ever said anything, okay? You just said it in a context that I hadn't thought of. Oh, God. Alright, sorry, I was scrolling up. You're mad, bro, go get on No. No. Source. I knew since you're a debater, you'd naturally ask for sources and criteria, so I just kept repeating myself to see and wanted to see what happened. Judging by the videos on you, I got my answer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, pretending like you being retarded is an elaborate troll. Yeah, I know exactly what the fuck you're doing, alright? You did not do an elaborate troll, okay? This is just post-talk rationalization, okay? You just want to sound smarter than you actually are, when in reality you were just making bad arguments, and now you're trying to play it off as a joke. We back for real. Damn, Shotty's still here, I feel ya. You need the cocoa to relax. What? Flustered? I'm not flustered. Passionate Your mom? Okay. Cool thing about HRT is it helps me go longer with your mom and the other room. That is true. Look, I never even had that much of a sex drive to begin with, so there was like not that much of a okay, look, here the only way to get me to have high sex drive is you have to fuck with my emotions. Not like fuck with my I mean, yeah, you basically have to do that, right? You can't just be physically attractive. That's not enough. That's always been the case. Pink roses cheeks. No, that's the white balance. There's no post-talk, I'm retarded, and you're even... No. Because the difference is, I can make actual arguments when I make a claim. There are subtle trolls and obvious trolls. Yeah, no. You're bullshitting. You're bullshitting. Flustered. No, shut the fuck up, mutated key. I hate you. Femyorbiters, we are not beating the bottom alligator. You just say I'm a bottom, but like, it's like, why has everybody been focusing on that? Like, extra. Like, it's like, okay, there was like a period of time, like a grace period, where I didn't even like hear like a bottom accusation like for a while. But like, now everybody's been bringing it back up again, and I don't know why. I'm not doing anything differently, okay? Are you a top? I bet you a switch. I plead the fifth, okay? I'm a top, but it's wishful thinking on my part, not gonna lie. Wait, what? He's a bottom, not a... Why is everybody even saying that? Fucking, even Synth was saying that I'm a fucking... Oh my god. I swear to but he has a GF. Who, me? Oh, had. Yeah, I did. Look at this bottom behavior. What? This is not... I'm here for the political points. Is getting head as a trans girl a top thing or a bottom thing? I don't know. I don't know. I guess it depends. The stream has gone here, so it's already started. He's a bi. Maybe she's a side and just wants cuddles, guys. I mean, I do like cuddles. A GF can still top. That is true. I've met plenty of bi bottoms. I'm just a bi top. I mean, fair enough. There's no political points as long as I'm here. I will be back and I will work with you again. Oh, you're a fucking Cheeto fan. Oh my god. I should have known better. I'm surprised that I mean, I guess it's not that surprising that there are femboy Cheeto fans. See, that's where you're gonna get some cognitive dissonance. Not from Cheeto, but just from commentary in general. I'd say somebody that's worse about it is probably Sensitive Society. I fucking hate that. He's so fucking annoying. I've never liked him. Firestream, Wstream, Weem, hell yeah. Said, are you even a femboy? Is that a troll? He's a femboy. He's my BM. Cheeto is gay, derogatory. His animated persona is gay as fuck. That's true. He might be an egg as well. You know, maybe she's actually a trans woman. But he always make videos on the baddies, so I know he likes something. That's true. He has a type. True. True. You can give head and still be a dom. That is true. That's why I gave head. It's not because I was being submissive. I was doing it because I was being nice. I mean, did I enjoy it? I mean, I plead the... You know what? No, I plead the fifth. I'm not gonna comment on whether or not I enjoyed it. It was, we know you're... No, I'm not... I didn't lie, I don't think. People who try super hard to pander to the typical commentary crowd are derogatory slurs. That is true. They're derogatory slurs, every single one of them. Why do you keep calling people eggs but then get mad about bottom Mackies? Because, oh my god, because one of them is true and one of them is like, you're just bullying me to be mean. You're just saying it. Just, look, I can be manly. Bottoms deserve, well, coming from a bottom. No. Look, I used to be able to do 50 push-ups, okay? You cannot be manly. Okay, look, in my sophomore year of high school, I did 50 push-ups in a row, okay? Could I still do that? Maybe not, but it's only because of the HRT, okay? It's only because of the HRT, okay? You manly definitely have to rage. Yeah, well, men rage at stuff. That's like the manly stereotype, right? Isn't that like what people say is masculine? Femyoz, your testimony against being a bottom would not hold up in a... Okay, look, okay, it depends. Is the standard of like, are we talking a civil or a criminal case? Because if we're talking about a civil case where the standard of evidence is just the preponderance of evidence, then you may be onto something. But I don't think I'm guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I don't have a gaydar, I have a bottom radar, because that's what all I need. That's all I need use for. I'm on HRT and I can bench 215 pounds for... Wait, what? You can do 50 push-ups, but you'll end up raging like a little bottom? I cannot do one push-up, I'm not on HRT. Yeah, exactly. I'm so strong. I'm a rare femboy top. Yes, we exist. Hell yeah. Also, no hate, but you should probably wear a bra. I can see through. You can see through it now? Okay, I've had a few people comment that they can almost see something. But is it like you can actually see it? You can time to go shopping. See, that's like a weird thing. That's like, what? And why does it feel... You gotta get that, the one bralette every trans girl has. Yeah. Muscle mommy vibes. Who, me? Yeah, let's go. I'm a muscle mommy. Yeah. Okay, okay, I'm... Wait, how do I get the... I need to get the right angle so you can see the... full extent of... Wait, I think if I do it this way... Aw, cute. I've got a little bit of muscle, okay? Get those push-ups. I don't know how many push-ups I can do anymore. Do you want me to find out? I'll disappear for 3 months. You'll forget about me, but I'll be back. Lord, help you if you forget. I might. You will never be a man. I don't mind. I'm a whole dude with a goatee to my chest. I have Puerto Rican chick. I thought I was a lesbian. Got on at work. It was mildly aggressive. I was so confused. Wait, got up here. She was like, you cute with yo lol facial hair or whatever. I was like, thank you. Was scared AF. Hit on me. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Do you guys want to see how many push-ups I can still do? I don't know how many is the maximum. Yes? Alright. We're getting a workout, alright? I gotta take the cat ears off because they're gonna fall off. Oh god, my hair's gonna get in my eyes. Do a hand... I can't do a handstand. Do at least one. I bet I could do... like 25 still. Do you believe in that half your age plus 7 rule? What? As in the number of push-ups you can do? Or should be able to do? No, I don't believe in that. Because some people are, like, heavier. And that could be, like, muscle mass. We settle for a twerk to... Oh my god. Femyoz, talk about the, geopolitical implications of the world systems theory. I don't know if any... Y'all... That's for dating. Y'all being horny, being... Nah, I don't mind it. I mean, you can be horny if you... Okay, alright. I'll do some push-ups, okay? I bet I could do, like, 25 in a row. I think. I don't know. I haven't done push-ups in a while. I swear to God, if I'm not able to do them anymore, please don't make fun of me. Don't bully me. Please. It's been a really long time, okay? Alright. Oh, that frame, though. Wait, what? I think if I... Wait, would you be able to see me if I'm, like, over here? Wait, hold on. I gotta make sure that you can, like... I gotta make sure you can, like, see me. Okay? Alright, here we go. Oh god. Oh god. I'm wearing socks, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god. This is way harder than I remember. 9. 10. I could have done more, but I was like, my socks are slippery or something. Yeah, it's because my socks made me slip. So that's why. Behold the grave consequences of HRT. You felt like, oh. I don't think she was doing many push-ups before HRT. No, I actually did know how. I did 50 push-ups in a row in my sophomore year of high school because I was like actually like kind of an athlete. I was like a short king athlete. I was way stronger than I looked at the time. I was kind of strong on testosterone, I think. I was always really good at body weight exercises because I've always kind of weighed nothing though. Or well, maybe not anymore. How tight are you? Wait, what is that? What is it? What do you mean? Pull-ups are easy when you're a twink. True! Tight as in cool. I'm very tight. Oh wait, no, fuck you. No, I see what you did there. No, please don't clip that. Please don't clip. No. I should have said. I mean, I meant no. I mean, I'm very cool. Okay. You. God, I should have known. Yeah. Okay. We can be tight together. Oh my god. Okay, okay, for somebody that's, like 5'6", and 120 pounds-ish, maybe I weigh a little bit more now, I don't know, I've been eating like shit lately. You ever watch Rao's video on you? I'm curious your thoughts. Yeah, I watched. You're only 5'6", you look tall. What do you mean, only 5'6"? No, it's not that short. I'm short, never had a problem getting a baddie though. I'm 5'4". Oh wow, you're actually short. I'm 5'7". Oh yeah, well, my driver's license says I'm 5'7" because I'm 5'7" in shoes. Yeah. But yeah, Rao's video, I thought it was okay. There was some shit that I was like, no, that's a bad argument, or, oh, that's kind of dishonest. I don't think he's doing it in bad faith. I just think he's dumb. I think he cares too much about popular opinion. I'm 5'10", huh? Why are people so tall? Okay, I'm 5'6", but I tell people I'm 5'5" because it sounds better. That's such a fucking bottom trans girl thing, I swear to God. I will say that I'm somebody that doesn't round up, so take that how you will. I'm a top. Why do you round it down? Is it so you surpass people's just a short king? I see. I'm the perfect height to be gender fluid. Wait, you said you're 5'7". I thought 5'6" would be the... No, I guess you're right. Tall for a woman, short for a man. Right? Yeah. That makes sense. Am I tall? Okay, is 5'6" tall for a woman? 4'11" best height. My ex was 4'11". 5'8" gang. This shirt vessel is a true test. Tall women hold half the sky. Wait, what? 5'6" is like medium. I'm 5'3". Fuck this shit. Hot, short, you short. Tall women are groovy. I like tall women, I'm not gonna lie. I've always kind of had a thing for tall women. I don't know why. I just have. I've always preferred tall women. People are weird about height. Most cis girls I've met are like 5'8" to 5'11". Wait, what? My friend is like 6'4". She's a tall girl. So like, what's her number? I like guys who are a few inches taller than me. I get that. 5'8" for a girl is insane. Is it? 5'11" chat makes me feel like a giant. Look, okay, 5'6" is not that. Okay, it's like. But my friend is MTF. XD. I mean, even better. Dude, trans people are better at sex. 5'11", you're 5'11", fembro? Bro, I'm 6 foot and I met girls taller than me. Well, yeah, no shit. There's always gonna be. I've also met girls taller than me. It really isn't over if you're kind of tall. That is true, especially if you're a top. Like if you're like a dom or like a top or both, it's like can actually be to your benefit. I'm just saying. I've been stuck at 5'11" for years now. I might hit 6 when I'm 25 out of 8K. You had sex with a trans person, or are you just saying that? I've met a few people from dating apps. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, anyways, you lie. About what? Okay, yes, I have. DKY as a shirt top. I feel badass. Wait, what? I've had sex with trans women. They are not better at sex. Sorry for. Okay, then why is the case that the trans people that I've had sex with are better than the cis people I've had sex with? Grindr, greater shit app. I don't like Grindr, to be honest. I just had like a bunch of fucking old people like trying to have sex with me. I'm like, no, fuck off. Eat shit and die. Fucking hate you. I wish the worst for you. Like if we were doing the trolley problem in ethics, okay, and there was like the thing can it'll run over one person, or you could pull lever and it would go over 100 of like the weirdos that were like in their like 60s trying to fuck me. I would have it go over the weirdos in their 60s trying to fuck me. Because it's like you're like I was barely 18 too. I just turned 18. I'm like, what the fuck? No, you're like a weird groomer fucker piece of shit. I hate you. Yeah. And the rare cute femboy or trans girl messages me. Reiner is full of pedals, low key. Yeah, exactly. Dominant trans women are literally the best at sex. IDK. Wait, any of you are talking about? Exactly! That's what I'm saying! This is why this community is the best? True. Except for when you guys call me a bottom. Those are unsubstantiated claims. They're very slanderous, okay? You're just saying it to bully me. It's not fair. And also, bottom slander is unethical, okay? Listen, it's fun to make you yeah, but it's also fun to. I saw a Cheeto vid after you said, did you really say all those messed up comments? I really like you. I don't think it's a big deal. I'm a dumb trans girl. Look, here's the thing, right? The great thing about the internet is you can say stuff, okay? You can say mean things. And you know what? Who's gonna stop me, okay? Nobody's gonna stop me. Only I can stop me. And also YouTube, the removing my comments unfairly. But other than that, Naomi look too scary for trans women, I think, but women I'm with. I like my goatee, and most people think I'm Middle Eastern. Trans girl bottoms are bad at sex because they don't know what to do with the... Is this indirect? Are you Look. I will not take bottom slander lightly. Femyoz, I'm a silly girl. Says horrendous things to chuds that would be considered war crimes under the Geneva Convention. Yeah, no, Femyoz, please what? What do you mean, please? Please, I don't mean you're a bottom. Oh, okay, but like, if you were to say that, I wouldn't appreciate those slanderous accusations. No, Femyoz, did you at least have a reason besides him being a jerk? I had a couple. One, I like attention. Two, I might make a video about him. Three, I wanna give him a reason to debate me, right? Because if it's like, if he makes a video on me, then all his fans are gonna want to watch him destroy Femyoz in a debate or whatever the fuck, right? And he can try to do that, but he'll fail. Cheeto is a jealous bottom, true. You're a why do you... Oh my god. You people just... She's like those girls in elementary school who bully the boys. I am not. I am actually a bottom supremacist. That's based. Bottomy bottom, always so... No, I am not. I am not. Cheeto shits on Femyoz's friends and has been ducking a debate with them. Yeah, exactly. He's a fucking dishonest weasel. I hate everything about him. He won't even, like, admit to being... he won't even admit to being blatantly transphobic, but then he'll say transphobic shit. I think that his videos on Chris Tyson are a perfect example of that. And then he'll throw a fucking tantrum when somebody makes a joke saying Jesus died lol. Like, he actually had a fucking meltdown over that. Like, he's a pathetic loser. I fucking hate everything about him. And I don't know. I don't know if he has any redeeming qualities. I don't know. I just don't like dishonest people. Like, if he was just honest about his beliefs, like, I don't know. I think I'd have a little bit more respect for that. His video was really sussy, true. Your face tells otherwise, no, you're just imagining that. I'm a top, but I agree with bottom supremacy based. It would be extremely based if you debated Leafy. I do want to debate Leafy. I should have mentioned that in the video that I did responding to him. Discord in a bit. Oh yeah, you wanted to platform someone for making a tame joke about Easter and calling him a bit. Yeah, exactly. It's like, on one hand, he's the type of person to be like, oh yeah, people can, you know, if it's like, he'll, like, whatever, someone will make like a blatantly transphobic joke, and he'll be like, oh, you know, it's just the internet, just turn off your computer if people are saying bad things, lol. You know, I don't condone it, but, and then that shit. But as soon as somebody dares say, Jesus Christ died, lol, it's like, oh my god, that's crossing too many lines. You crossed a line, you shall be deplatformed, right? Like, and then he'll act like a complete fucking cuck, right? It's like he's not even principled or consistent in any way, so I fucking hate him. Leafy Loki wanted to meet her in Houston to sex, true. You're a bottom. Each time you get called a bottom, you get flustered and your face gets red. No. You're just... It's the white balance. He literally has the best baddies on the channel. They're all underground YouTubers that YouTube doesn't push. So you have to type certain things up like femboy, so Cheeto definitely searched it up. I don't know. I mean, in my case, he didn't have to search me up, right? Because I had left comments on his video saying, wouldn't it be funny if your face burned off, lol. It's like, if he gets offended over someone saying Jesus died, lol, It's like, I wonder, you know, it's like I have to wonder. Femboys is a shadow banned term. I think it was at one point. I don't think it is anymore. Because videos with the term femboy in the title don't they don't get demonetized anymore. Low-key, him being burned is kind of funny. Yeah, exactly. It's not funny because it's like a bad... It's just like... I don't know. It's just funny to make fun of. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I know he wasn't actually, like, fucking permanently scarred or whatever the fuck, right? It's like, whatever. He was caught on fire and he was fine afterwards, right? But, like, I feel like if he had, like, genuinely, like... I like you, Femyoz, but his face getting burned isn't funny. But his face didn't even, like, get burned, right? Like, he was fine, right? Like, I'm sorry, but if we're talking about, like, a commentary YouTuber, right? Their whole shtick is, it's just the internet, bro. People are gonna say fucked up shit. And it's like, okay, sure. But, like, you know... You gotta be able, if you can dish it, you can take it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I like, yeah, but he was fine. Yeah, exactly. For a Darth, you sure aren't dark. Yeah, that is, yeah, you do make a good point. You don't even use the dark side of the Force, okay? Yeah, those comments were out of pocket, but not as bad as people make it out. Yeah, it's like, like, the reason the comments I still think are funny aren't because they're funny in a vacuum or on their own, okay? The reason they're funny is because people threw a fucking fit over it, right? It's like, I obviously said it to piss people off more than anything else. Like, it's so fucking obvious. And how many people, Cheeto fans, laugh when trans people unalive themselves. Yeah, exactly. So, like, there's no consistency there. You gotta be careful, though. You don't want them to lock your account for 2 weeks. That's true. See, that's the thing, right? Is commentary shitters like that. Well, oh, I'm pro free speech. Oh, I care about the right to not get deplatformed. But then they go out and try to deplatform me. It's like, okay, fuck off. Now, I will give credit where credit is due, okay? This isn't all of them, right? So, like for instance, CB2 doesn't think I should be deplatformed. Even though I think he's really dishonest and weaselly sometimes, that's the one thing I respect about him. Is he's like, whatever, pro-free speech. I'm back who tried to deplatform you. Cheeto fans. They've been, like, reporting my shit. Dude, my fucking Femboy Content Cop iDubbbz video got fucking taken down because I'm sure it's because a bunch of retards reported the shit out of it. And I appealed, and they, YouTube just rejected the appeal in, like, 5 minutes, because they didn't have an actual fucking person review it. There's no way they could have reviewed it in that amount of time, okay? It's fucking impossible. They lock it on YouTube, you stream on Discord, be true camera girl. I would just fucking make an alt account, or use a second channel. I don't care. I would do the Keemstar thing and be like, well, technically, I don't own this channel. It's actually there's somebody else that manages it. It's actually, yeah. Homelander is crazy. We should watch or go. Wait, what? Someone on Discord wants to talk? And who would that be? Oh, wait, yeah, oh, wait, what's the point of doing that? Without him knowing the plan. Oh, because, okay, alright, Mutated Cutie, the response to that in summary, you can get in trouble for doing, well, no, I would do the Keemstar way. I would do the Keemstar way. Allegedly, keyword allegedly. No, but to answer the thing you sent me in DMs, it's, more along the lines of, I don't want the specific details to be known yet. You know what I mean? But if you want to know the specific details, become a member today and you can watch the members-only content and find out what my grand conspiracy is, you know? Alright, there was something else I wanted to do. I don't remember what it was. I'm retarded. Holy shit. Wait, who wants to talk? You gotta raise your hand in the audience. Fembro, your Augie2 was switched to W. I forgot what it was, but, yeah. Like, Augie got fucked, Tipster got fucked, xanderhal got fucked. Like, it's weird AF. To be fair, a lot of people are getting fucked for older videos out of nowhere. Yeah, exactly! Exactly. I think it's just, YouTube has just been so shit lately. They've been banning people from the YouTube comments, okay? It's like they're turning YouTube comments into fucking Twitter. It's insane. It's retarded. I fucking hate it. It's like, oh yeah, if you say too many mean things and people report you, we're gonna suspend you from the YouTube comments. It's like, fuck out of here. Like, no one likes Twitter. No one wants this. No one asked for this. Literally nobody. It benefits nobody. Nobody wants this. And yet they implement it anyway, the same way they implemented abbreviating subscriber counts for no fucking reason, which literally nobody wanted and everybody was against. The same way they implemented removing dislikes, even though literally everybody was against it and nobody fucking wanted it. YouTube started sanitizing the comment section for a while ago. I know, it's retarded. Nobody wants that. It's been, not only has, but this is worse, right? It's not just hiding whatever comments, right? So that, you know, or making it so you can only see them if you sort by new, right? They're not even doing that anymore. They're literally just fucking, like, they'll just straight up ban people from commenting for extended periods of time. It's fucking brain dead. And something tells me, from what I understand, from what I've heard from other people, you can get permanently banned from YouTube comments, or your account can get terminated. It's fucking bullshit. Cuck move to turn off comments. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he would get fucked for running his platform the way he's running it, and not too slider. Like, he gets 2 videos fine. Had to hide it for a month. Videos are getting fucked, not just comments. Yeah, exactly. Videos are getting fucked as well. It's like, why? Why YouTube? It's like oh yeah. It's like, I'm unironically considering just fucking, first of all, archiving all my shit on Rumble, of all places. And Kick if you can do that, right? Unironically, I might start uploading all my videos to Rumble, and creating an audience there as well, just in case something happens to my YouTube, right? The Femboy Content Cop iDubbbz video is gone forever now. It's just gone. It won't even let me fucking download it. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. I can't view it, I can't download it, nothing. And I went to, at Team YouTube on Twitter, and they said, okay, we'll look at it. And then a day later, after blatantly not fucking looking at it, it's very obvious. They're like, oh, we're sorry. There's nothing we can do about it. Oh, there's nothing we can do about it. After our team really carefully reviewed it. It's like, shut the fuck up. You had your automated bullshit system review it, all right? You didn't change shit, okay? You didn't even look into it. You just waited a day and then just we're like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna say the same thing a day later and pretend like we reviewed it. It's fucking bullshit. It's actually brain dead. Are you worried about the leaving one? YouTube has a thing about going... I don't even know anymore. I should keep it archived. I will archive it. Because, yeah, I don't fucking know. I got flagged for hate speech of me literally debating a transphobe trying to blame a shooting on the trans community. Made an appeal and was told to fuck off. I still have the warrant. Yeah, that's like me with the fucking iDubbbz video, right? And I'm pretty sure the reason it got taken down for hate speech was because I included a clip of iDubbbz that is publicly available on his channel, that's been publicly available for multiple fucking years, but oh, when I include it in my video, now it's suddenly bad. I got flagged for hate speech because I used the NTT argument for vegan. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, YouTube? Why are you doing this dumb bullshit? Alright? It's fucking over everybody, okay? It fucked over Grimsy, it's fucked over Natty Forsyth, it's fucked over Xanderhal, it's fucked over Fembro, it's fucked over me, it's gonna fuck over Augie RFC at some point if it hasn't already. It's literally fucking over everybody. Nobody benefits from this. No one wants this, YouTube. What the fuck are you doing? Well, genuinely. What are you doing? This is actually fucking brain dead. Top Yosera, yeah, I am fucking mad enough to the point where it's like, I'm not even being angry in like the bottom kind of way, okay? That's how fucking pissed I am at YouTube for doing this dumb shit, okay? Holy fuck. YouTube didn't even explain how it's hate speech. They're just, oh yeah, it just is. Why? I don't know, because they fucking said so. But it's not, oh, it's not hate speech when it's in other people's videos, but when it's in my video, it's hate speech. Because retards reported it. Or something. I don't fucking know. And it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna keep, you're gonna have a warning on your channel. It's like, fuck off, YouTube. You dumb pieces of shit. You didn't even look into it. You just had your fucking same ass copy and pasted response on Twitter when I went to Team YouTube, since you didn't want to look at my appeal when I submitted it from the fucking YouTube creators app, okay? You didn't want to look at it, so you just rejected it in 5 minutes automatically, okay? And then whatever, I bring it up on Twitter at Team YouTube, because obviously it's fucking bullshit. So what do? Well, they don't have an actual person review it. They just wait a day and then double down on their retarded decision, because they don't give a fuck about the actual content creators. They don't care. Fuck, even one of Cheeto's videos has been taken down recently. The one about the Island Boys. And guess what? I'm against that. Okay? I don't like Cheeto, but I think that he deserves the right to have a platform, okay? I don't fucking care, alright? I don't like Grimsy, but he deserves a right to have a platform. And guess what? He got bullshit strikes, okay? His channel should not have gone through that, okay? He shouldn't have had any strikes on any of his videos, okay? And guess what? Cheeto should not have gotten his video taken down. He didn't get a strike, but that's still fucking bullshit. His video shouldn't have gotten taken down for no reason, right? It didn't even violate TOS. I don't even think Leafy should have been banned. What was he banned for? Saying Pokemon is ugly? It's fucking brain dead. It's actually so dumb. I'm so convinced they just have all moderation done through some retarded cross-wired franken-fuck of a bot. Exactly. Exactly. They don't give a fuck, alright? So if any content creators are watching this, or they're watching a stream segment on the second channel that's edited, or whatever the fuck, alright, spread this around like it's some sort of cancer spreading around, okay? Make this something that YouTube can't avoid. Make it something that they have to address, okay? Because I'm done with their fucking bullshit, okay? Nobody wants any of these bullshit changes. Nobody wants multiple-year-old videos, or even videos that obviously don't even violate TOS to get taken down for no reason, and for people's channels to receive bullshit warnings and strikes, okay? Alright? I don't care if you have 2 subscribers or 2 million subscribers, okay? If you have a platform, you should talk about this, okay? I don't fucking care. In fact, I might make this a main channel video. I might make this a stream segment for the main channel, just so that more people see it. The only reason I wouldn't is because, I don't know, I'm being quite abrasive. I'm saying the fuck word a lot and saying things like, fuck you, YouTube, and I don't want to get a strike on this channel, okay? I've already gotten a warning. So, I guess if I heavily promote it on this channel, but I upload it on a different channel. Oh my god. I think I'm in love with an HRT femboy who is anti-woke and pro-edgy. It's not that I'm anti-woke. I'm pro-edgy. I'm anti-censorship. That's not an anti-woke position. That's just an anti-retard position, right? That's like the position you take if you're not stupid as shit, basically. That, like, it should be the default position. But it's like people that are whatever, you know, centrists, center right, and definitely far right conservatives don't give a fuck about free speech anymore. It's almost like they used to, or they used to pretend to, but they don't fucking care. They're just blatantly in favor of censorship. Now that Elon owns Twitter, they're like, yeah, all the fucking trannies should get banned. That's what like, unironically, they believe that. It's the early 2010s position. It's like, obviously, people on the left were the original edgelords, right? I don't know why the fuck the 2016 SJW thing even had to exist, right? It skewed everything, okay? But, like, the fucking edgelord lefties are back, okay? It's always socialists. It's always the fucking socialists and far lefties that get banned for things like hate speech and death threats, you know? Or for making jokes that are too edgy. You know? Why? Because, well, leftists are inherently more edgy than right-wingers, okay? Right-wingers are gonna be way more religious. They're gonna be way more on board with Christian evangelical positions. Yeah, it's because they want to make the world a fucking Christian fundamentalist, evangelical Christian safe space where literally fucking everybody else, you know, has to conform to their bullshit. Original SJWs calling all men rapists were literally TERFs. True! This is so true. Yeah, all of the women, the so-called feminists that would whine about things. Oh my god, he's manspreading. Oh, what if I was manspreading? Huh? How do you like it, men, when I manspread? Get a taste of your own medicine. Those motherfuckers all ended up being TERFs. All of them. Literally every single one of them became a TERF, okay? But now right-wingers don't seem to want to shit on them anymore. Your mic is topping out. I'm sorry. I didn't... Look, when it comes to censorship, I get fucking pissed, okay? I get pissed off, alright? I get pissed off. That's just all that's all there is to it. Because censorship bad. Yeah, look. If you want to say that I'm a fucking subby bottom 99% of the time, that might be a somewhat true statement, but you cannot deny the other 1% of the time where it's the opposite, where I'm just saying whatever the fuck, having my passionate anti-censorship